We're a family. Hello, everybody.
Family.
Everybody has seen those Fast and the Furious memes because they're stupid and funny. Hello, we're back. Embers of Autumn, episode 14. No Sam again this week. I think Sam is back next Thursday, so not next week either. Perhaps. Hot burp. Alright, so some announcements before we begin. Color of Change, as always, is our charity of choice. You can find all the donation links in our VODs and all that kind of stuff in chat everywhere. Donate if you can. It's a really great charity. We have a Patreon. $3 tier or more gets you supplemental content for your D&D campaigns every month. July's is going to be like a late, 2 weeks late, because I just got back from vacation, so I didn't work on anything. I didn't do anything. I got drunk and went swimming every day.
That's why they call it vacation.
Exactly. So that'll be hopefully next week, and it's probably just going to be like a collection of homebrew monsters that I've made for the various campaigns that I've ran on the channel. So, free monsters. Scary Monsters. That was a good show. Tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, our follow-up Thursday campaign starts. What's it called? Never-Ending Dream. Shadowfell campaign. Come on out. No ETAs on the Ravenloft reboot or the next Sunday afternoon campaign. Also, if you've been listening to our podcast, thank you so much, because, man, what a nice surprise to come home to after my vacation. With 600... It went up more since I last checked. 622 unique listeners, so thank you so much. Especially for the 628 downloads over the course of 7 days, so thanks. Yeah, you can find our podcast. This game and the game before on Wednesday are the only ones that go on the podcast, because if I did every single game on the channel, I would get burnt out so quickly. So, it's just these two. Anyone else want to sling some goods?
Well, you know I'm going to kick it to Kate.
That's right.
You know I'm going to kick it to Kate, because Kate has an Etsy store, and I'm stalling.
I do, but okay. The clearest thing I have right now is I have these little octopus keychains that are currently in rainbow pastel. They're really cute. You can put them on your keychain. I also make a bunch of other stuff, and you can check out my Etsy shop at etsy.com/KateCraftStudio.US. Back to you, Justin.
Hello. Last we left off, I fucking hate this party name. The Faust and the Furious.
You know you love it.
Taking the campaign 1/4 mile at a time.
This hurts. Decided to take a little trip to Swampeake Village after hearing that a dragon was terrorizing Ven's area of this country, this region. Totally not, because Sam's not going to be here for a few weeks. So, before that, though, you all bought an animal, a pet, a beast of burden, an ox of sorts called an aurochs. named Derbule.
He's not just a pet, he's family.
Oh man, I can't wait for the TPK tonight. So you got this guy, and you decided to go, hey, Dax has been holding on to some secrets, sort of, about this...
Don't know what you could possibly be talking about.
About this Underdark thing going on, and a bunch of merchants being found murdered in the Forlorn Forests, so y'all head there. But before you did, you picked up a Wayfarers Guild contract to check out the lighthouse in the area, because, hey, we're going to be there anyway. Let's go take care of that lighthouse that's been decommissioned for 2,000 years. Why not? So, you took a trip into the Forlorn Forest, and it's a nice forest. It's got poison mist hanging in the air, it's dark, it's creepy, it's gross. And after setting up camp, your first night in the forest, you were all attacked by a shambling mound. They got absolutely annihilated. And as the shambling mound was destroyed, you all slept, woke up at 4 in the morning, and set back on the road again. And that's where we're going to pick up. Back on the road!
On the road again. It's good to be on the road again.
I'm done the recap now.
Okay.
So you're saying without Sam, we don't got Ven, we just got family?
Somebody roll me... Somebody roll... Three of you roll a d20.
I got one.
I'll do one.
Okay. Nice.
2.
2. It's hot. No, just normal weather for the season.
Mine was a 9.
Okay. Hail. Or, I mean, normal temperature for the first one. This is hail. The hail does get through the canopy. It's not like rain that kind of just... This is hail. Just, but it's like a fine dusting when it gets through the canopy. This has been like beat up so much. So yeah, just little pieces of hail just going ting, 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 ting. And then one more d20, please.
Dax?
Got it with my Chonkosaurus 15.
15. Normal wind. All right. You're on the road. Derbule is just pulling the cart along, or the wagon. I actually got the complete statistics for Derbule, so all of you, I pinned those last week. Derbule's can travel. Yeah, Derbule's got a lot. Derbule can do a lot. So yeah, you're getting pulled along the road. And boom, boom, boom. Y'all got about... Let me look at my notes here. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down.
That's one of my favorite things you do, Justin.
You got about 45 miles left to go to Swampeake Village. By Aurochs, that's 9 hours. So you can travel for 8, and then rest your Aurochs, or you can just push the extra hour. Oh.
Can we can we go 8 and then just walk the Aurochs an hour? Or
he would still the Aurochs would still have to do an exhaustion check because he'd still be traveling the additional hour.
Yeah. Well, I would cast guidance on Derbule because he is a creature.
Because we're just going to skip this road travel because you've already had one encounter, and I don't want to do another one right now.
I think Kenna's also driving the cart.
Okay, so we'll just do a 9-hour time skip. If that's all right with everybody.
Unless we wanted to chat about things, or before we got to town. No. Yes, no.
Anything that you wanted to say, Kenna?
I was just opening it up to the group. It was a really awkward silence, except for the occasional bird. Man, that shambling mound was cool.
It's
Why was it resistant to cold and fire?
But there's a speaking acorn? There's an
That's
acorn?
Ven.
Oh, sorry. Where's the voice coming? Oh, Ven. Sorry.
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
Oh,
I've been told I look like an acorn.
I'm sorry. I was startled by your sudden voice. It is good to have you. Yes, why was it resistant? It was not resistant to sharp, angry thrusts by my blade into its into its leafy parts. Okay, maybe I need to learn. Maybe I should get a tape recorder and I should play what I say into it, and I will listen back and see if it's.
Okay. Into its bushy regions, you mean?
Oh yes, right into the bush, deep into its bush. I was
Bushwhacking.
Do not say.
Yes,
Oof.
I whacked it. I whacked it in its bush. I whacked its bush right off.
Oh man.
You
Thanks
sure?
for the free serotonin, Caleb.
Yeah, but anybody, if you are having trouble with any of your bushes, I will help you whack them. I will whack them until the bush is dead, and it was trying to swallow Dax, so I wanted to save Dax, so I gave it whacks all day.
Good. Yeah, great job, Quoin. You did a great job. Yeah, I'll be sure to tell him. Nerbuel says he thanks you for defending him in his time of need. Could Kenna make a nature survival check to try to figure out why that shambling mound was resistant to certain magics?
Nah.
No, cool.
Wouldn't be able to figure it out that way.
Cool. Moving along.
Alright.
Like the Muppets.
Alright. I guess when the 1 p.m. reaches, when 1 p.m. happens. Con save for Derbuel for traveling an extra hour.
That's only
DC is only going to be a 10 anyway because it's only 1 hour. That's a 15 plus 4. Yeah, big beefy ox. Eventually, as you're going on the road, the forest kinda gets a little more boggy, B-O-G-G-Y. And you find yourselves in a swamp-surrounded village, kind of like a port town. And you can tell that there aren't a lot of ships docked here, and you would imagine there should be, but there isn't. Still very much in the forest. You're still, inside the forest, but there's like a little bit, some tiny little docks, some little wooden buildings. It looks very much like a creepy port town. There's like a dense fog kind of floating in the air, like at all times, basically, which the few of you who've been here before know that, which would be basically only Druck and Dax that have kind of maybe stopped through here briefly. It is 85% rat folk, so it is mostly humanoid rats walking around, basically Skaven from Warhammer, just walking around, and a little bit of like people, humans, just milling about, and they see you all go pull in with this big old ox. And one of the guards doesn't look like a Crown's guard. It's a rat humanoid, kind of like a black rat with red eyes, kind of in like leathers with like a short sword and a crossbow on the back, and they go, "Well, what can I do for you?" Not the voice I wanted, but hello.
Good afternoon. We are the Faust and the Furious from the Wayfarers Guild. We have come here to investigate the job request from your town. Oh, no, this isn't.
No,
Shoot.
Our town is the one who put it out.
Great. I'm getting my maps confused.
Okay.
You passed the map over. We're in the right spot, right?
Chuck holds up a thing and is just like, yes, we're right here.
Great, thank you. I got a little turned around. Feels like we've been gone a week. So yes, we are the Faust and the Furious. We're here to investigate the lighthouse in the forest.
Oh, you're gonna go look at the lighthouse, eh?
Yes, we are, ma'am.
All right, well,
And they're just like leaning on their withered staff of withering, like, yes, we are, ma'am.
all right, well, you just gotta keep following the road to the east, and you'll find it. It's about. He looks at the Derbule, who's just kind of like chewing on grass. Your beast of burden won't be able to handle the path up to the lighthouse. It's only a 10-mile walk. Or no, hold on. I said hold on, everybody.
We're holding on.
It's about a 3.5-hour trip by foot. But we can look after your beast here in the stables. 1 gold piece a day. The road up to the lighthouse, this little guy wouldn't be able to traverse it safely.
Right. Also, we've heard tale that there have been some attacks to merchants in this area. You know anything about that? Creatures from
Not personally, but I heard about it.
You know anyone we could talk to about that, possibly?
You'd have to go to Coral Cove. They kind of helmed the investigation, because since it's an Underdark kind of thing, apparently.
Well, what if we, is there like someone we can contact? Because we've been in, loose conversation with people back in Coral Cove. We have a liaison of sorts.
Make a persuasion check.
Guidance?
No.
I can't do it on myself?
You can, but they're probably going to be like, what do you do? What?
Okay. Persuasion is a +1, guys. 18.
We could try to organize a meeting with the Moon Dwellers who control the settlement, but they handed everything over to the Illithid that came over to investigate the incident about a day ago.
Which Illithid?
I don't know. Let's back up. I don't know what their names were. Then that name doesn't sound familiar.
Well, do you know where they might be staying in town?
They went back to Coral Cove, so they're not here.
Right.
Stay focused on one thing at a time.
Yeah, if we're here anyway, we may as well go to the lighthouse.
There is a Wayfarers Guild here in Swampeake. When you're done the job, you can hand it in there, I suppose.
Excellent. Thank you for the information.
You're welcome.
Where would the Wayfarers Guild be in town? Can you point us in the direction?
Points to the building, literally about 2 buildings down.
Appreciate
It's
it.
like ramshackle hut. Yeah. You can see people walking in and out. Not a lot of adventuring types, just people walking in and then walking out.
Dax is gonna head over there.
Okay.
Quoin would join them. And Dax, is there something we should be concerned about with the goings on of the Underdark?
Concerned, I don't think is the right word, but vigilant, maybe. There are some rumblings that are happening. I am just more curious to see which Illithid came.
Do you know a lot of the Illithids, or I know that that you're very close with Thranazart.
Thranazart, yes, Quoin. If I don't know them, Thranazart most likely does.
Okay, well. We are on our way to the Wayfarers Guild, so they should be able to give us perhaps some more insight to the lighthouse and maybe even some information on the illicit which come in the stead.
I was waiting for a package from Thranazart. I don't know if it's arrived, hence why I'm hoping to check to see if they got any mail.
I will take the mule to the stables.
I'll come with you, Druck.
Druck, do you need to? Here, you can take and I give Druck a gold coin. I will pay for the night of lodging for the mule.
Okay.
Yeah, and he'll just
Come here to mule.
and he'll guide him standing next to him. He'll walk next to him as opposed to like driving him.
Okay. You can get to the stable. Mostly just horses stabled here, some pigs. Mostly, and also like mostly livestock you probably eat.
Druck is gonna kind of he didn't want to go into the Wayfarers Guild here.
Okay.
Let's just say there are probably one too many like guiding missions that he did that didn't pan out. So he's a little hesitant to go in.
All right. You get to the stable.
He's gonna drop him off and
Okay. Well, you walk inside.
wait outside. Oh, okay.
And you see a 70-year-old-ish human man with short, braided, graying hair, silky brown skin, about 5'8", an edgy, very symmetrical face. And he's like fidgeting with himself. He's like, "Oh, hello. That is a big animal.
Yes, can you lodge them?
How long?
Maybe a day or two.
2 days, 2 gold pieces. If it's less than that, I'll give you whatever is owed."
All right.
And he'll give him 2 gold pieces.
Okay, he come here, and he kind of like pats Gerbule on the face and leads Gerbule into one of the pens, and is like, "I'll feed your animal as well, and everything is sort of in that payment."
Are you good to store the cart as well?
Of course, of course. And he just and drags it all by himself.
Whoa!
And he's like, "All right, yeah, I'll look after your friend here, and everything will be a-okay."
Thank you.
And then,
Yeah. And then Druck's just gonna wait outside the Wayfarers Guild.
okay, so everybody else, I guess, walks into the Wayfarers Guild. And oh man, hold on. Notes. Oh my god, the leader of this one's dead on the ground. No. You see a albino Kenku. Bright, vibrant white feathers, pink eyes, wearing like an abundance of like black leathers and a long black cloak. Strapped to their back is this like big wooden like pole, almost like a quarterstaff, but at the end of the quarterstaff is like a rusted hook, like a deadly looking hook. And it's like, "Hello."
Hello, we are the Faust and the Furious. We came straight from the guild up in Belgrove.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've heard of you.
Wonderful. May I ask your name, sir, for my notes?
Them.
Trying to think of the correct title off. Of course, my apologies. May I ask for your name?
Brash.
Brash. Alright, thank you. Brash,
Yes.
can you point us in the right direction of anyone to contact for the Lighthouse in the Forest job? Great. Anything else we should know before we head to the Lighthouse?
Lighthouse? Decommissioned for 2,000 years. No one's been inside since that time. The people who have gone to investigate have gone missing.
So there's no records of what might be inside the lighthouse?
A lighthouse lamp.
Alright. Alright. Any other questions from the group? And they just look around.
There was mentionings that there were some merchants attacked around in the forests around here. Do you have any information about that?
I do not. Not my sort of business. No one has made a contract.
I thought I would ask. And a follow-up question. Is there any mail for a Dax?
Runs into the back. 5 minutes later, comes back. Not that I can see.
Interesting. All right. Do you... Dax is gonna go into their bag.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know with the Wayfarers Guild, it's like instant they'll get the letter.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna take out a piece of paper and they're literally gonna write like Thranazart, like comma. I'm in Swampeake Village.
Swampeake, yeah.
There was an illithid here. No one knows their names. Can you give me any more information? We are looking at a job at the moment. Dax. P.S. No sending stone yet.
Okay. Brash
And-
takes
yeah.
the letter. And it disappears.
Appreciated, my good person.
You are welcome. Can I assist further? Okay.
I believe that's all for us, right? Quoin and Van and Dax.
Oh, yes.
That is all for me.
Alright, I guess we should try to find our way to this lighthouse. Unless we all think we should find a room or just head straight there.
It is only 1 p.m. And
We
the
have
guard did say it would take 3 hours to get there.
Well, we've also been walking for 9 hours already.
Only Derpule has. None of you are going to get travel exhaustion.
We've been up since 4 a.m., my
Yeah,
sir.
you don't get exhaustion until 24
Says
hours.
the one chugging a monster.
You don't get exhaustion until 24 hours. You only get
Okay.
exhaustion if you've traveled for 8 hours or more than 8 hours walked.
Okay.
So y'all are totally fine. Derpule's the only one who needs a nap.
I forgot my iced coffee.
He's getting an earned nap.
Yes, he is.
All right. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And they go back to like sorting through all the contracts.
Alright.
Good job, Justin. That was awesome.
Kenku.
Kenkus are hard.
Yeah.
You all walk outside. and you see Druck standing outside. Oh wait, Ven was with Druck. You see Ven and Druck.
How did it go?
What a lovely person. Inside.
Is Kenna, is that how it normally goes when you get new contracts?
Well, it's not a new we did get it in Belgrove, but
What I mean is that usually.
I mean, we usually get a little bit more information to start with. The lack of information is what's catching me up.
Yeah, so what do we do? Just walk up to the lighthouse that said that there were bodies coming ashore. What doesn't that mean that it was happening off the coast?
That was the other rumors we had heard. Was it not?
Uh,
Am
yeah.
I may be confusing.
Just so everybody can remember, when you guys were given the contract, it was said that the Lighthouse has been out of commission for 2,000 years, and the coast around the forest had become a hub for shipwrecks. And people have been washing up on the shores.
Yeah, people have been washing up on the shores, yeah.
Shipwrecks.
Oh.
Shores.
The lack of a lighthouse.
Correct.
Oh, so this is over an extended period of time. So this contract has been around for a while.
A very long time.
Oh. Cool. All right, that's the context I needed. Awesome.
We just need to get it up and running. It sounds simple enough, although there's probably something there keeping the lighthouse from getting relit.
Or maybe there is a lack of things there from keeping the lighthouse lit. Is there maybe? Do we need to bring supplies?
Well, most lighthouses are lit with oil, so if any of us has oil on our persons, we should be totally good to go.
I have oil.
There we go.
I have candles and I have incense.
I also have some oil, so that'll be useful.
There we go.
Well, we should get going. Paid for the parking spot.
Park der Buell.
Yep.
We're on a meter. We've got 2 days.
So yeah, on the map, since it's only 10 miles away, the lighthouse, which is you can do in like 3 hours, that is just 1 hex away from where you are currently.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, I will lead.
All right, go ahead, Druck.
I think we should stick to the road for sure.
I'm putting all of my faith in you, Druck.
Me as well.
It's all on you, bud.
When Ven says that, Dax just kind of leans over to him and just goes, "Oh, so I guess no more faith in Ormathnan?" And just kind of like...
My controlling brain isn't here, so I cannot answer that question.
As a joke, and then she just kind of gives like, you know, like one of those like joking like dude kind of like a.
Yeah, he casts Power Word Kill on you.
Wow.
I don't feel so good,
then-
Mr. Stark.
So to get a little bit of context before I roleplay this, there's just a road to the
Well, it's just the eastern road. You gotta follow.
lighthouse?
You just gotta follow the eastern road.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So yeah, Jerry's just like, oh,
There's a road.
Yeah.
and he's just sheepishly walking in front of everyone.
All right. There's like people just milling around. The population of this place is about 2,000 some odd people. It's a small little town. Fog everywhere coming in from like the ocean, because you're right on the ocean, so you can kind of smell like the ocean air, and mixing in with like the bog kind of in the area, so it's making this weird like cold meeting warm temperatures, creating this just like persistent fog at all times.
Super humid.
It's real humid here. Yeah. It's real gross. But yes, winding along the eastern roads of the forest, you can see what appears to be a lighthouse jutting out above the canopy. We're doing a time skip, obviously. You can see what appears to be a lighthouse jutting out above the canopy and nestled along the edge of a cliff overlooking the ocean. You can smell the ocean air as it wafts into the forest, and in this portion of the forest specifically, the vegetation seems to be in a healthier state. But the oppressiveness of the forest and that miasma still lingers in parts as well. So you can still see just how oppressive the forest is from its canopy and just from how dense it is, and the miasma. You can still see it kind of drifting in places. After about an hour and a half into the 3 hours, or near the end of the 3 hours, the road eventually brings you to a path ascending up the cliff face. On what was once a well-maintained footpath, probably for the lighthouse keeper, but has been neglected for the 2,000 years the lighthouse has been out of commission. So just a path of weeds, and you can see the remnants of a path kind of up the mountain, kind of fishtailing up the mountain, or the cliff face, not a mountain. The cliff is about a 600-foot incline.
As we've been traveling here, I've been thinking, this has not been fixed for thousands of years. So, if things look bad, we should not hesitate to run away.
All right.
I mean, there's people dying in shipwrecks.
Yes.
Probably.
Right.
We are not the first to try this.
Well, Brash did say that those who came before never returned. But we've grown fairly competent in our time together. I mean, we took down a living house and a giant stone monster and a giant weed monster. And so,
Also, Kenan, let's not discount how you actually had a positive human interaction at the beginning of this whole person-to-person communication that went swimmingly well.
yeah.
You nailed it.
Did I? I mean, it felt really. That whole conversation, I was just anxiety. Just trying not to, fuck up.
You didn't. I say you should ride the lightning more.
I mean, I don't really have any lightning spell. I do have a thunder spell though.
Oh, I'm just saying, you channel up that anxiety pony, grab onto its mane, and ride it all the way. Right? Is that you'll will have?
There's a reason these good berries that I make have 400 milligrams of caffeine in them.
Oh. There's a high test stuff.
They're good berries.
Did you cast it today?
Probably.
They're very good berries.
Oh fuck.
You all look up on a branch, kind of perched there is a tree, or not a tree, is a bird, but it's not a bird. Oh, wait, is it? It's a bird with kind of like a humanoid face and a beak, and it's this tall, and it's just screaming, just.
Can we try to identify it?
Truck's got it in its sight, in his sights.
None of you have really seen this kind of thing before. It's just a weird little bird, and then it just kind of flies off.
Alright.
That was weird. What was that?
I don't know. Perhaps I should shoot the next one.
Perhaps.
Let's just keep going.
Easier to learn from dead things.
But we also, if I am not mistaken, I think Kenna, you can speak with animals?
Very specifically animals. They've got to be bestial creatures.
And that was...
It seemed more monstrous than bestial. But wasn't too sure, and then it probably would have taken me 10 or so minutes to find out for sure.
It flies away. Oh, dang it.
Dang it. 3 minutes into casting Speak with Animals.
Debatably, it would be worse if we were like 9 minutes into casting Speak with Animals.
9 minutes and 59 seconds.
But I.
Come back!
Shoots it. Speak with dead time.
Alright, so we are going up now.
So I have, since we're going up this path to the lighthouse, have the trees waned away at this point, or are they all the way up?
All the way
to
up
the
to
lighthouse?
it's a forested cliff edge.
Okay, so we couldn't actually. I mean, was there enough breaks in the trees to know where the lighthouse was and that it was getting closer?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, awesome, thank you.
It's a very tall structure.
Alright, so up we go.
Up we go.
And there's like steps that have been like carved from like stone and wood. They're just really covered in weeds. Yeah, you start the ascent. The path is definitely overgrown with weeds and other vegetation, making the ascent walk slightly difficult. But after some time, and I'll say next for like half an hour, just because of how like complicated it is to like move around. You don't want to like take one wrong step and whoa. Yeah, it's very much Hot Rod. The scene from Hot Rod where he hits the log. Anyways, you arrive at the top of the cliff, and before you sits an abandoned lighthouse. Trees all around still. The lighthouse itself is surprisingly intact and stands a good 250 feet tall. I googled lighthouse height. There's some that are way taller than that. It is made of a dull gray stone, and the glass windows at the top where the light should be shining out of have been all blacked out. Around the base of the lighthouse is tall grass fused with weeds that seem withered and decaying, and a small sign has been nailed to the surprisingly intact wooden door, written in Draconic, and a good chunk of trees around the lighthouse also seem to be withered and blackened. And the cliff is sheer and drops about 600 feet into the ocean. And yeah.
What does the sign say in Draconic?
The sign says, "No people allowed. We live here now." Also, Drucken Dax, in the tree line in the trees about 100 feet behind the lighthouse is a small graveyard. You two have the highest passive perceptions. So yeah, there's a little bit of a graveyard kind of nestled in the trees behind the lighthouse. And yes, Quoin, you read the sign. It says, "No people allowed. We live here now."
It would seem that there are currently occupants inside of the lighthouse.
Well, that's interesting.
What does the sign say, Quoin?
It says, "No persons allowed. We live here now." So there are occupants. So maybe if we knock, someone will answer and we can ask them any questions.
Anybody else see anything interesting?
Drac, do you... Dax, points towards the back. That looks like...
You all can finally see the graveyard at this point.
Yes, graveyard.
How about we solemnly and respectfully go and see what this graveyard has?
Okay. You expecting to find someone you know?
No.
Here lies Thranazard.
Fucking music from Kill Bill starts.
I mean, it's a graveyard. I mean, unless this is a similar graveyard to what we found with the werewolf, I don't see it being important, but perhaps perhaps it might actually have
My thoughts,
historical
Drac,
relevance.
were if why wouldn't they just put their bodies out to see if it was the Lighthouse Masters, the graveyard? I don't know. It just doesn't seem right to
They
me.
probably don't want to have more bodies washing up on the.
Burn them, funeral pyre out onto the ocean.
Eat them. No one said that.
What are you talking
So-
about? Ones?
Well, right, so we could look at this graveyard or we could knock. Could do both, but what do we want to do first?
Maybe we should check out the graveyard for clues first.
I am with Ben.
Alright, as long as they don't consider it trespassing, whoever they are.
I'll keep a lookout, see if anyone comes out of the lighthouse.
So who's all heading to the graveyard and is Ken the only one staying behind? Well, not really staying behind, but who's all going where?
Dax, graveyard.
All right, Ven will come too.
I will, Kenna, if you do not mind, I would stay with you and maybe keep an eye on the graveyard, but maybe we could.
It's funny because Quoin kind of looks like this in the weeds. Actually, no. You just see the top of a helmet.
Into the thick of it.
I am
So,
stamping down weeds. I am
All right.
stamping. Trying
and
to
at any point, Quoin, if you choose to hide in these weeds, you have advantage on your stealth check because it's just like.
Down.
But
They-
Druck
Would they hear me jingle?
probably. So just straight stealth check then. So Druck, Dax, and Ven, you head over to the graveyard. Nestled in the forest where the trees have withered and blackened the most is a small graveyard. There appears to be generations worth of crumbling gravestones, but only a few appear to still be intact and are engraved with draconic script.
Any of you speak Draconic?
No, I believe Coin's the only one. Oh wait, Ven speaks draconic. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I did not know that. All right. This one says, "Here lies Clom, pushed off the edge of the cliff for cheating at dragon chess. His soul now rests with Korvax."
What does that mean?
I don't know. He was pushed off the cliff for cheating at chess.
Korvax, is that another god?
Never heard of it. No one's heard of Korvax. The next one says, "Ratchet disobeyed Korvax for the last time, so here he now lies." Alright. Strange. The only other grave I can make out says Doric, honorably offered to become one with Korvax. Weird.
In the distance, can Dax see Coral Cove?
No. No.
Like on the okay.
No.
I'm just trying to
Uh,
like.
Coral Cove from here is like...
Like the other side of a Great Lake.
No, yeah, it's like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. It's like 60 miles out, so you can maybe just see like a blip on the horizon, if that. Probably
Give
not.
Dax-
No, nah, you wouldn't be able to see it from here.
But Dax would know that's that direction.
Yeah, to the west.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, it's like you look from the direction of the graveyard and you just see trees. You actually can't see in that. You just look at the trees.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, is there anything else?
Do we dig them up? No, we don't.
No.
That-
Alright.
Until
will
we
go
have
back
a
to the-
reason to dig them up then. Only then.
We'll
Alright.
go back to the other guys,
Right.
tell them everything that we learned.
Okay. And again,
Korvax,
you two have not heard of Korvax either.
I mean, the way they speak about him makes him seem like either a godlike ruler or, at the very least, some sort of previous leader. How old were these headstones that you found?
How old do they look?
Roll a intelligence check.
Okay.
Hey Ben, how old did these
Same
things?
for you, Dax, if you want to.
You know what? I'm not smart, but
What'd you get?
12.
Ven is like, each one was a little older than the last. I'd say there was generations worth of tombs of graves there. The three that I could make out, though, maybe 100 years old or less, 50 maybe at the least.
Oh, so
Alright. While Quoin and I were watching the Lighthouse, did it seem like there's been any recent activity within the last, like, let's say year or so?
Unable to tell because of the weed growth and everything.
I'd like to maybe like kind of walk around about a quarter of the way and see if there's any just kind of check the structural integrity of the building.
So if you're facing the door and you go to the right, you get after about 30 feet is cliff face.
Yep. Cool.
So you turn and you go the other way, which is the way everybody else went. And yeah, just completely structurally intact, nothing really catching your eye. But I will let you make an investigation check with advantage for reasons unknown.
Ooh. Investigation, all right. Okay, that is a total of 13.
13. You look at the ground, you see footprints, kind of old, like dried up and like mud and something. They're like older, like they're maybe a month or so old. And they look very similar to yours. Not like, it's not you, but like the shape and like size and orientation of like the toes, and
so
they look like kobold footprints.
So Quoin would then like look both ways, make sure no one on his team is looking in under the weeds, take off a boot.
Okay.
That he's wearing a couple pairs of socks to fit on correctly.
Yeah, no one can really see you anyway because the weeds kind of conceal you. So
Quoin would roll down the 2 pairs of thick socks that he has on summer just to fit these boots on right. Pulls it off and then sizes.
Roughly the same size.
Yeah, like his are probably just a little bit bigger because he's a little taller than the average kobold.
That's right. But yeah, a little bit same shape, same, definitely kobold footprints.
Throws the 2 pairs of thick socks on, crinkles them down just a bit to get a little bit of relief on those calves.
Nice.
Then starts with that information, starts marching back towards Kenna.
All right. Everyone's back at the front door, just kind of waiting for you to return.
You find anything yet, Quoin?
Can I ask you all something? I'd like to take a quick hand up or down poll. Before you had come to my acquaintance, how often had you seen someone of my stature and demeanor?
I don't know, Justin.
Give me a second. As I pull up where you are from and remember the kobold populations for those areas. And just as an aside, I don't like using intelligent human races as villains most of the time, so any kobolds people would have come across were just people making, doing their thing.
based on the sort of Quoin origin story. Yeah, not. Yeah.
Kenna would have seen other kobolds in an Undeal city, especially in like. As I try to remember where you're from. And then when you went to do your stuff in the swamps, you probably would have stumbled across some kobolds. Dex, not really, but when you went to
maybe stumbled, yeah.
Stumbled mostly. Ven for sure at the academy, and also elsewhere. Druk.
Stumbled.
One or two. Actually, seen, but not really interacted with.
Yeah. Quoin would definitely be the first one that Druk had like talked to.
Because Druk's mentioned where they're from, and sort of, and the settlement that Druk is sort of near is 45% kobold. It is mostly a kobold settlement. So Druk is definitely seen, just not really interacted. So everyone has had experience with kobolds.
Alright.
Kenna and Ven probably the most.
Okay. I mean, some of our best customers were kobolds. They had good money. We're willing to pay.
Oh, that was yes, I imagine. I just
Why do you ask?
I am right there. I will feed you, baby birds. I promise. I bring it up because
Kenna wild shapes into a sparrow.
Okay, mark off your wild shape actions. You can't wild shape into a sparrow. You can't wild shape into flying animals yet.
Why? Never mind.
You try to wild shape into like a flying bird, and you kind of just wild shape into a chicken by accident.
You could always wild shape into a kangaroo now.
Oh, you can't wild shape into a chicken either because for some reason they have a flying speed. So never mind. Your wild shape doesn't work.
They flutter. They don't fly.
Okay.
They glide.
I bring it up because I've seen that there is draconic, and just over there I saw that there are some footprints that are just a size or two smaller than my own feet, but they have the same print.
Well, you are larger than the average kobold.
You know, I bring this up a lot, and I feel as though if I keep bringing it up, you would doubt me. So I will stop bringing it up. But I just want you to know, for the record, I am the tallest kobold that I have ever seen.
So
It sounds like I am bragging because all of you are incredibly tall compared to me. Just eyes between dropping the accent.
So is Korvax a kobold god?
What is Korvax?
That's his name referenced from the gravestones.
Doesn't ring a bell.
I've not heard of a Korvax. Maybe it could be perhaps a lost tome of Bahamut that I do not know. Perhaps.
It sounded they were referring to them as in a godly manner.
Quoin, give me a religion check.
Guidance.
With advantage for this one, actually.
And guidance.
And guidance, advantage, and guidance. Or you won't do it. So, and then guidance is a
D4.
That is a total of 18.
All right. Not really part of my pantheon, what I'm about to tell you. Just, it exists out there that some kobolds believe in. Again, not part of my pantheon. But you have heard of, like, whispers of the kobold, the patron deity of the kobolds. Some kobolds believe is called Kurtulmak. And yeah, this name that your friends are mentioning does not ring a bell in any way whatsoever.
I've heard someone, once asked me if I had believed in Kurtulmak, and I said, no, why would you ask me a thing like that? And they said, because you are Kobold. And I said, yes, I am Kobold, but I believe in the strength and judgment of Bahamut. And then they said, that is strange. And I said, well, that's like your opinion. And then I went back to my chores of getting water from the well. So, in answer to your question, no, I have not heard of Korvax. And that does not seem to be... No one has ever thrust a belief system on me based on my size in reference to Korvax. Only Cthulmak.
Suppose the next step then is to find out.
Yes, we knock.
Yeah, I think it is a good idea if we knock and make our presence known and investigate.
Kenna's gonna go up and knock on the door.
All right. At the sudden sound, a voice pipes up from behind the door. No visitors. Read the sign.
Yeah, we read the sign and we had some questions.
No, we live here. This is our home. We don't let strangers in.
You don't have to let us in. But could you tell us why you've blacked out the windows at the top of this lighthouse?
Suddenly, a cold wind swirls up from the ocean, and the demeanor of the voice inside seems to change. You may enter, but no touching.
Right, yeah, we definitely will not touch anything.
Alright. As the numerous locks on the opposite side of the door unlatch, you count 6 or 7, the door swings open, and you can see standing on the ground floor of the lighthouse are 4 kobolds, dressed in soiled and filthy clothes that appear a little too big for them. They appear to be standing as far away from the door as possible, and the one who opens the door immediately darts off into the interior of the room, so 4 total. 4 bedrolls have been splayed out down here, along with a large overflowing trunk filled with dirty and stained clothes and other trinkets. In the center of this living area is a large wooden crate that has been made into a makeshift table and is covered in a variety of not so good looking meat. Just like gross, rotting, kind of gross meat. The interior of the lighthouse is pitch black and devoid of light. A staircase spirals upwards towards the top of the lighthouse, and there are 4 kobolds here, 2 of whom look like they're with child. Okay, what do you want?
Well, first of all, hello. We are the Faust and the Furious.
Truck will do what he imagines would be a polite bow, but you know.
Okay. I am Rotam. This is my mate, X. That is sick, and her mate, Hagnar.
It is a pleasure to meet you all.
And then they see Quoin. What are you doing outside of the lighthouse?
This is my first time in this specific lighthouse. This is also, yes, this is my first time in this lighthouse. What,
How? That's not possible.
Hold on, what do
All
you...
kobolds come from the lighthouse.
What is this you're saying to me? You're saying...
We all come from the lighthouse. We are all made by Korvax. Please, come, we have dinner. Come enjoy.
What color are these ones?
Red.
Okay.
Come have dinner. We have food.
Oh, well, that is...
As soon as they see Quoin, their demeanor changes from "get out of here" to friendly.
Oh, well, do you have water, or do you have any water, or?
We go outside at night to get water from the trees and the plants.
Okay, well, is this
And the moss. We squeeze the water out of the moss.
is this all of the food that you have to eat?
Currently, we generally only go hunting at the nighttime, and we are waiting for the nighttime.
When was the last time? No, like clocking that the food is looking pretty rough. When was the last time that you were able to get a good hunt in?
The previous evening, that meat is fresh. We got it from an animal last night.
How fresh is this? Is this?
It looks like it's disgusting and like covered in like a black kind of ichor, very similar to the trees and vegetation outside.
Okay, what? All right. So as my friend and compatriot has said, we are the Faust and the Furious, and we've come to investigate why the lighthouse is not working. You said that you know me?
We don't know you. We just see you as one of us, and curious why you are not not from Lighthouse. Corvax told us all of us come from the Lighthouse.
Oh, this is interesting. You bring up Corvax. We had noticed that in your graveyard a lot of many mentions, like kind of looking to everyone to confirm the story. Many mentions of Corvax, and that is tell me more. I am familiar with Bahamut, but I am not familiar.
They don't seem to recognize who that is.
Oh, that is fine. You.
Corvax is our god. We worship him for he created the first of us.
Hmm.
The first
That is-
kobolds. He created the first kobolds to exist.
That is a different belief structure than I have, but I am certainly not trying to crush your belief system. But let us. I want to use a spell slot and cast Purify Food and Drink
Okay.
on
Nice.
the meat.
They kind of like look at you with surprise.
I want to like channel it through and say, let us break bread and share stories of belief, and I promise you, by everything that I believe, and by the deity that I believe in, no harm will come to you, and we will eat this, sorry to say, much more appealing looking food.
Oh. Okay. I accidentally showed a battle map on stream. Thank you. How did you do that?
My name is Quoin, and I am a channel of Bahamut, the Justice Bringer. The
only god that exists is Corvax.
I mean no disrespect to Corvax, but that is patently false. As you travel about the world, you learn that there are many deities that people believe in. I do not necessarily believe or not believe that there are different deities, but it is in a search for balance within yourself that you find a belief structure. I am interested to hear more about this Corvax.
Is Corvax at the top of the lighthouse?
He is. He is always looking for new disciples. If you're here to hurt him, though, He'll make us send you away to a special place.
I
Just
have.
looking to the lighthouse.
Corvex told us that the lighthouse must stay blacked out to keep us alive.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Was it Corvax who told you to let us in?
Yes.
Well, if he thinks we won't hurt him, he's probably right. Probably wants us to come up there and visit him. Say hi, tell him about the world outside.
He already knows about the world outside.
But I have already said that no harm will come to you, and that is, I swear by the name I was given, that no harm will come to you in this lighthouse.
Everybody give me an insight check.
Can I cast guidance on myself?
If you want to. Quoin, you have advantage.
Oh, dope. It is a 13 for Quoin.
Okay.
14 for Kenna.
Alright.
17.
16.
10 for Ven. Alright. Anyone who got above a 12, which is everybody but Ven, the kobolds definitely appear brainwashed in some capacity. Like, a lot of what they're saying is like, that's weird. Kobolds don't die if they get exposed to sunlight, etc., etc.
Okay, so you said that Corvax exists above you in
Yes,
the
he
house?
resides at the top of the lighthouse. He has made this place our home and makes it safe for us.
I like look over at Druck and go like, nice grab. But like
This is where he made the first of us, the first kobolds.
so this Corvax, does he what would you describe him as looking the way that we do?
We've never seen him. He speaks to us from the shadows at the top of the lighthouse.
Okay. That is very...
And sometimes people have come to hurt Corvax, and he has made us send them away after he was done with them. He protects us and protects himself very well. So when people have come to harm us or him, they get sent away.
Well, we do not come to... We have no... Harm is not what we are trying to do. So, with your permission, I would like to commune with Corvax, if you would allow it.
And you promise you are not here to harm him or us?
I promise I am not here to harm you. And can I clock a bowl or receptacle that they have?
There is nothing.
I give them my wineskin.
Okay.
Or not in water skin.
Okay.
So it's like fresh water, like chock full, like probably half my size, full of water. And I'm fishing. So they don't have to collect water today.
Okay. Sure. But if he asks us to send you away, we have to send you away.
That seems like it is something that is then acceptable.
He makes us send you away to a special place.
Where is this special place, if you don't mind my asking?
He usually tells us to throw the people that come to harm him or us off the cliff. If they survive the fall, they weren't here to harm us, and if they don't, he says they were here to kill us and take our home. He says the nice people will always survive the fall. That's what he told us.
If I meet this Korvax with no weapons on me, can you promise me that I will not be harmed?
No. He decides who is harmed or not. We just follow what he says. He is our God. He provides our home for us. He keeps us safe from the sunlight that would kill us.
Is it all light that affects you?
He says just sunlight.
So you would not mind if I put my lantern on just slightly?
He likes to keep it dark at the top of the lighthouse. He would ask us to send you away if you brought light up there.
I will keep it down then.
Do you think he would mind if we invited ourselves upstairs? You know, very peacefully and politely. He seems like quite an interesting creator, and I would very much like to have a conversation with him.
What would you like to talk about? We can answer questions.
I'm gonna look down to Quoin. And like, you take the lead on this one, bud.
You know, that is a good question. And I would say that on a personal level, I would probably ask a lot of the same questions that I have already asked you, like, do I look familiar? Like, what do you know of Bahamut? How do you feel about, in general, light and darkness? I'm finding a lot about you very interesting, and I want to ensure that you are feeling safe and comfortable, and that Korvax is feeling safe and comfortable, because specifically a lot of people who rely on this lighthouse as a guide have found themselves without a Korvax of their own. So now they have found themselves dashed upon the rocks. And I understand that spiritually, you would find yourself the same way, and I too would find myself the same way without Bahamut, as you perhaps would be without Korvax, as these poor ship people are finding themselves without the light, and that is what we have come here to discover and investigate.
The people that have been dashed upon the rocks, are those the people we've been throwing off the cliff?
You know, I hadn't thought about it, but that does seem to connect dots.
Korvax has told us that's where people must be sent, and every generation for the last, as long as, at least that my pack has been here, that was what we've done. He says the people who are here to hurt us will die if they fall, and the ones who don't survive the fall. So the nice people live. Yes?
How many have you seen that have lived?
We don't see them after they fall.
Hearing that, Druck is going to nudge Dax and kind of grab the edge of his cloak and look down at it and look at her.
Dax just kind of like
Also, Dex,
Nodding.
when the door was shut to the lighthouse,
Yep.
you can't see
Oh,
anything.
right.
That's
yeah.
why they asked about the
Yep,
light.
you can't see
Yeah,
anything. You were
okay.
officially effectively blinded.
Drug does that, thinking everything's fine because everyone else he knows can see in the dark a little bit.
But Quoin, make me another insight check, please, with advantage. And remember, you still have DM inspiration, which is another d20, which you can roll on top.
I rolled an 18.
18. The kobold you're talking to, and the others, definitely don't want to bring you specifically up top. They seem a little like worried about you getting hurt. The others, your friends, they don't really seem to care about too much because they're not kobolds, but you specifically, they don't want to bring upstairs.
You know, I don't know what you are feeling. But we, a group, the Faust and the Furious, we come to right wrongs and to make people comfortable, like my friend Van here.
Hello.
He has the ability to make your clothes more comfortable, as well as my friend Henna. They have the ability to fix like that. There is more holes, like kind of like a nudge, like
They kind of tilt their head when you're talking about this. Korvax says that our food must be this way and our clothes must be this way as a test of our faith, and it cannot be fixed by any means.
I mean, the food
Was
Yes.
fixed, yes.
fixed. I mean, and if the
What
food,
does that mean?
Maybe Corvex hasn't been telling you the whole truth.
may I ask you one more question specifically about Corvex?
Yes.
Do they claim to be always correct?
Yes. They say they are here to help us and that our worship makes them stronger to make them better at helping us.
So, if they are always correct, well then how is the food better? And I have to ask you, if they are always correct, well then how has Van been able to clean
And he's doing it right now, and they're like,
station? And again, I ask you, if they are always correct, how are the holes in those clothes being currently fixed?
give
I
me.
do not say this to harm you.
Mm-hmm.
And I like hands open, like kind of
Yeah.
I put the sword on my back down, put the other light sword.
Give
pull it
me a
out.
persuasion check with advantage, and because of the way you worded it, the DC was at a certain number, but you definitely lowered it with the things you've been saying. So give me a persuasion check.
You said advantage or no? I don't.
Advantage because you're dealing with kobolds.
Let me see. I have to look and see if I have any pluses or minuses. I don't think I. No, I do not.
Remember, you have DM inspiration. You can add another D20 on top of it if you want to.
I could. We'll see how I roll. Oh. Yes, I am going to roll that DM inspiration. Oh boy. Okay. What a fun way to use this. I rolled a 10. I rolled 2 and a 10. So I took the 10.
Oh, you add both if you. Oh yeah, with advantage. Is that with the advantage? Okay.
Advantage. And then I rolled, and we can have Garrett come through that hot little door.
I totally believe you.
It was a nat 20. So
So that's a 30.
yes, to kind of just be like, and like very much like,
He's been lying to us the whole time.
this is not your fault. Keep
He-
going in
They,
slowly.
They kind of like look and the sunlight won't hurt us, won't kill us. You were in the sunlight. You're a kobold.
This is not your fault. Just keep walking slowly toward, arms open.
And they
All of this Corvex stuff, It is not your fault.
They move past you and they go to the front door and they open it. The sunlight comes back and, oh, Dax, you can see again. And they step outside. And they go, we're not being burnt. We're not dying.
That is right.
They come back inside and they close the door again. Actually, they leave the door open now. He's been lying to us. He's been killing us. He's been making us kill people for no reason.
It's not your fault. It is not your fault.
And the kobold who's been talking to you, what's her name again? Rodham, goes to his mate, X, who is with child, and again just pats the belly and says, are you here to destroy him? He has to be evil, then. He doesn't let anyone bring silver upstairs. Why is that?
I could not pretend to know why that is, but I imagine it is, there are beings who do not like silver. They respond negatively. We really, put a werewolf to task with some silver.
What's a werewolf?
Imagine, like, have you seen a wolf out in the world? You've seen when you hunt at night? No. Okay. So I want you to imagine lots of hair and lots of teeth.
What's hair?
This is all.
But then the kobolds go, we can be in the sunlight to make up for our transgressions. If you can help us, we will fix the lighthouse and maintain it as long as we're allowed to live here.
Druck very visibly switches out his crossbow bolts for the silvered ones. He puts one in there, just like looking at them while he does so.
Will you help us, Quoin?
I have sworn that no harm will come to you, and I am going to keep that oath, and I will keep that promise. And I will go and...
Maybe it's Korvax that doesn't like sunlight.
That is a logical conclusion.
We're going to wait outside. Is sun still up? We should be safe. Yes?
Yes, maybe get some... Maybe relax. Maybe pound down some of the tall grass, because it is going to be... Actually, you know what? Maybe hide in the tall grass, or maybe do a picnic. I mean, take some of this nice food, take this water.
I think we'll be worrying too much to eat.
That's a very good.
We'll take our mates outside and make sure our children to be are safe.
That is a nice thing.
And they go, thank you, Quoin. Is this Bahamut? Maybe we can worship them next. And then all four of the kobolds kind of go outside and kind of get down in the grass and kind of just hide.
I just imagine them like go into the grass and then they're gone. Like, and you just see grass going like.
Right. So I guess we're making our way upstairs now.
Yes, and I think that Dax, you wanted to kick on a lantern.
I'd recommend it.
Dax is gonna open the lantern, and it's currently like, oh my god, what is it? Like the quarterstaff on their back, just hanging.
Yep. Right. So you got 30 feet of bright, 30 feet of dim coming off that thing.
Nice.
Which means, if there's a battle, I can get rid of your dynamic lighting restriction.
Fucking mint!
Otherwise, you would have been on a battle map pitch black and not able to see anything.
Oh no. Druck,
Yes.
I've seen you manipulate the darkness. Are you still into that?
I will say this. If Dax has the lantern out and the dimensions of the lighthouse, it's going to be impossible for you to do anything that requires the darkness with the cloak.
Makes sense. It's gonna be super tight up there anyway.
'Tis a lighthouse, yes.
Yes. Narrow stairs.
Okay, everybody huddle up. Huddle up.
Yes. Yes.
Are you
That's
going
an
to be
idea.
okay with that, Druck?
It's all fine.
So I've got an idea. Tell me if this is totally crazy. What if we go up there and then Dax, you count to 30 and then you run up and you just like a flame from Bahamut's throat, you come up and punish the wicked. But we wait exactly 30 seconds. Is this all wild? We've done no research. We don't kill people we don't know.
The kobolds did say he doesn't like sunlight, though. The lantern light's probably not going to affect him in any way.
You just bash the glass that's painted blacked out.
Kenna,
Ooh, that is a good idea, Druck.
Yeah, Dex?
do you perchance have one of your thunder spells prepared for the day?
I will say a thunder spell would be really tight up there.
No, it's not. Kind of what I'm going for, kind of not.
I unprepared it in favor for some additional healing spells.
I was going to suggest if you could sneak up and cast it and shatter all the windows. And the sunlight would pour into the room.
I had it prepared up until yesterday, or at least
It is-
this morning.
Quite all right, Kenna. It was a suggestion.
I could always just go back outside and shoot out the glass from the ground. Yes.
250 feet up. What's the range on a crossbow?
320.
Okay. Is that the max? Yeah, okay.
No,
What you thinking, Quoin?
I was just thinking about a kobold I had heard of named Hans Gruber, who had always suggested to shoot the glass. That is what I had heard. It worked to a positive result for him.
Are you coming up? We have much to discuss. I can hear what you're saying.
Oh, well then you should know I have come to purge you like poison from a wound.
Well, come on then.
Why don't you come down here?
Yeah, if you're so eager to
And then silence.
I could not speak fast enough.
We're still at
Yeah,
the
I have-
doorway, correct?
You're inside the building. You're not at the
Yeah.
doorway.
Drugs. Well, I mean, like he's just
Yes.
gonna go take a step outside, and
Okay.
just give a crossbow shot at crossbow a shot at.
All right, make an attack
glass
roll.
at the top. Okay.
The windows are not super large, so they are a hard target to hit from down here.
18.
18 misses
Okay.
from down here.
All right. There goes a crossbow.
So just phew, and that one's gone. That was the silvered one you loaded, so that one's gone.
No.
You said
No,
you said you loaded a silver crossbow bolt
Sure.
inside.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't say that I was switching it out.
Fine. I'll assume you switched out. That bolt's gone.
All right, let us go inside. I have a DM question, if I may.
Okay.
I was given change in town after having to spend some 9 silver coins in my pocket.
Yeah.
Or in a pouch. Can I just like have those in a pocket because they mentioned the silver something? Can I just have those in hand, or is that wild?
What purpose exactly? They're coins.
Yes. But you've never heard of...
Just to chuck them at a...
Okay, maybe it's not the most honorable fight, but some of us are thinking pocket sand attacks.
Like throwing coins... Like just throwing coins at them?
That's silver.
Yeah.
Silver?
It'd be an improvised weapon, so it'd be just a d4 of damage.
If there was any sort of breakdown...
Unless you had a sling, I would allow you to use them in replacement of sling stones, but...
This is it's too much. What I'm hearing from you is it's too much fuckery.
It's not fuckery. It would just be an improvised weapon.
No, I've got something better. I am going to put them in my shield hand, but like get them up like put 3 of them between my knuckles.
Okay.
Making sort of an improvised brass knuckles, but they're silver.
Okay, I'd say that would be unarmed strike then if you're using those.
Absolutely.
I see Quoin is going the way of the Faust.
Did this villain just grow like 3 levels in strength?
He doesn't need to. He doesn't need to.
It grew a CR3. All right. Great. So I guess today I came to chew gum and dethrone a deity, and I am all out of gum. So let us head upstairs.
All right. How you guys heading upstairs? What's the marching order?
Dax will go first, if
Okay.
Druck's okay with it.
Okay. The stairs going up, you can do 2 abreast at most. So who is anyone beside Dax?
Oh, there's no way you could keep me back.
Ven's in the back because he's a wizard.
Druck's in the back too.
All right. So Kenna in the middle. Okay.
Quoin, do you want to walk beside me into this, in front of me?
As close as shoulder to shoulder makes sense for our disparate statures.
We got this coin in the name of Bahamut. We will deal with what has happened.
Mm-hmm. As we will, the scales of justice must be put aright.
Even if we have to pick them off one by one from whatever is up there.
All right.
And Dax is holding the longsword that is silvered.
Okay.
Just...
Then. Shit. Okay. Nope. Ven will do that right now because that only lasts for a minute. Okay. However, Ven will cast Mage Armor on himself. So he's going to go to 15.
Oh, Ben's with the big boys now, and gals, and non-binary pals.
No, Kenna's at a 12 AC.
Anybody else doing anything for prep before you guys go upstairs?
How long does that? Okay, that's not.
I'll say if you cast a concentration spell that lasts a minute, it's going to disappear by the time you get to the top.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing I can cast that'll last long enough.
Okay. As you ascend the spiral stairs to the top of the lighthouse, you find an open room with blacked out windows and a large glass dome in the center of the room where the lamp sits, but it's been extinguished. It is completely pitch black up here until Dax comes up with the lantern, and you can all feel an unearthly chill run down your spines. A horrid stench is coming from the small area where the lamp is contained, but can't make out where any stench could be coming from. Kind of floating in the lamp is just darkness. You can't actually see the lamp itself, just completely encased in like shadow and just inky blackness. And you can kind of make out, with the lantern now, you can make out little bits of like, how do I word this? form. It's definitely incorporeal and kind of part of the shadow. You can see like a skeletal kind of spectral face with glowing yellow eyes, and just what looks like it was once a humanoid but has become like this negative dark spirit. And it speaks aloud as it drifts out of the lamp. It says, "It's a pity about those kobolds. I'll see to it that I end them after this." And then we're going to roll initiative and go to break.
Oh no.
9 for Ven. And this is without the kobolds, so I can delete the kobolds off the battle map, because Quoin persuaded the kobolds to let this dude lie into them.
Yeah.
So you're not fighting kobolds, it's 2. Alrighty. So yeah, we'll get back here with everyone's initiative. So, break time. Everyone's going to tell me their initiative when we go to break. So then when we come back, battle. Break. Everyone, welcome back to a fight. Meaning I'll move everybody over to the battle map and we'll get started because everyone's already rolled initiative. If you can't see anything, let me know. I'll have to refix the dynamic lighting, but everyone should be able to see.
Yes.
Excellent.
Oh, this is cool.
Welcome to the Lighthouse.
I like the window effects, Justin.
Yes, those are where all the windows are. So, as you come to the top of the lighthouse and this creature, kind of the shadowy entity, kind of begins to drift out of the lamp in the center of the lighthouse. Quoin, you are immediately first.
Yeah, okay, then I am going... Quoin is going to run up, and with the coins, the silver coins in their hand, in their shield hand, I'm going to jump and Superman punch this thing right in the face.
What's your reach? Because he's currently in the dome, top of the dome, basically.
Oh, in the top of the dome?
He's like in the process of drifting out. So he's basically, if you get to the side of the dome, he's still... Oh no, he's 5 feet. You can reach.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna jump with all my might. Yeah, but I am gonna definitely Superman punch him with 3 silver coins in my hand.
Okay, make an unarmed strike as you...
Really ill-advised. I've got really good other stats that I'm throwing away for it.
Any of you guys watch Mob Psycho?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
I've heard of it, but I haven't.
So you see Quoin pitter-patter, jump, and go to punch with the coin knuckles. Aha.
All right. Does a 17 hit?
17 hits.
All right.
And it's just your strength modifier for damage.
Yeah.
But it's silver damage.
Yeah, so it's not resistant to it. Or, yeah, so what'd you get? Just poof, unarmed strike. Your damage should be...
It's 2.
2 damage. All right.
Is the strength modifier? It might just be 1 damage then.
It'll say on your character sheet how much the unarmed strike damage is.
It says 2.
All right, so 2 damage. You can smite with that, by the way. I will allow it.
I'll wait till it augments that.
Okay, so you just run up, and then you land 5 feet, like in front of the lamp. So wherever you want to be in front of the lamp.
I will make that move. I will come up and I'll go right here.
Alrighty. Is that the
Come get some.
Is that the end of your turn?
That is all for Quoin this round.
All right. At the end of your turn, Korvax, the Dark Keeper, is going to use a legendary action. The first guy you're fighting with legendary actions, and is going to use 2 of them to use Withering Gaze. And he looks right at you, Quoin, and the eyes flare, and you feel like you're withering from the inside out. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Throw, boom, on the table. No fear. It's 9.
9. Alrighty. You take... One second. You take... Not too great damage. 4 necrotic damage. It's your turn. Dax!
Dax just saw their good buddy just run and punch this thing, and they're just like, nice. Dax is going to
Mm-hmm.
move 5 feet here.
Yeah.
Bonus action, they're going to rage.
So intelligence saving throw.
So I would pretty please an intelligence saving throw from the dude.
Correct. That is a 10.
That just fails.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fuck. 1d6 psychic
And
damage.
stunned until the end of their next turn.
That does 4 psychic damage.
Which their turn's next, so at the end of their turn coming up. How much psychic damage, sorry?
4 psychic damage.
Alrighty.
Does it?
Doesn't seem... It's hard to tell, but doesn't
Yeah,
appear...
yeah.
Doesn't
I was just
appear
gonna say that sounds stupid.
Doesn't appear... Yeah, you can't really tell if it's resistant to psychic damage or not. Because again, it's just like...
Yeah. Fair. They have
But they are stunned.
the longsword in their hand,
Okay.
and they're like they have it like in both,
Mm-hmm.
so it does like the extra like.
Okay.
And they're gonna bring it above their head and slash it down right on top of them.
Go for it. With advantage because they're stunned.
Yeah.
Also, I've been ruling stun the wrong way. You can still move while you're stunned. You just can't talk or take actions or reactions. Fun fact.
Oh, but you can move. Cool.
Yes, unless it states otherwise. Stunning strike, you can't. It'll say in the certain things. If you can or
17
can't.
plus 7.
That hits.
That hits.
24, yeah. And that's with the silvered longsword, right?
Yes. Ooh, max damage, 15 silver.
Plus your rage bonus.
Plus my rage bonus is
17.
2, so 17.
Just. Alright. Anything
And then
else?
they're pulling it back, and they're just staring at it.
Alright.
And they just say, it's like, we're here.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
That's their turn.
That brings us to Korvax, but they're stunned because of your mind blast. At the end of their turn, they're no longer stunned because it's their next turn. Kenna.
Okay. If I threw a certain projectile between two windows, like dead center, would they be within a 5-foot radius of said projectile's impact site? Specifically ice knife? So I could get windows.
On the map, some of the windows are spaced differently, so it depends where you're throwing it.
Okay. I think I want to try to go between these two windows.
Okay.
Would I be able to hit both of them in that exploding radius of the impact site?
I'd say yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna look at Korvax and I'm gonna smirk and throw the ice knife sideways into the wall between those two windows.
Does it specify if it has to be a creature, a target? Like, what does it specify for ice knife for a target? Because that would change things.
Oh, fling it at one creature within
Then
range.
you can't target it at the windows. Yeah.
Oh man.
Was a good fucking
Would have been
plan,
cool,
though.
but yeah, unfortunately.
Then in that case, I'm going to enlarge Quoin.
Okay.
Cast enlarge on Quoin.
So Quoin becomes medium sized.
Yep. Quoin becomes medium. He has advantage on strength checks and saving throws. And
Let me double check something actually, because Quoin is small. I want to see if something of it enlarge, just to see if Yeah. 1 second. I know how it works. I just want to see if it's if it has. Yeah, you know what I mean.
And your weapons also deal an extra D4 of damage.
The target size doubles in all dimensions. So whatever Quoin's height is, that is doubled. Your weight is multiplied by 8. You go from small to medium. You have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Your weapon also grows to match its new size. While these weapons are enlarged, they deal an additional 1d4 extra damage. And that's concentration.
So Quoin can punch with an extra D4.
So you said the weight.
It multiplied by 8.
You're a chonky boy.
And, and your height is doubled, so whatever you're at now, I think you're like 2 foot something.
I'm knocking on 2'9", so that means that's going to put me at 5.5 feet and weighing 320 pounds.
Whoa! You're a
thick boy.
You're a thick kobold.
Dense. He's just dense.
I was gonna say, have you guys seen Double Dragon, like a Bobo when he just
Oh, man.
my God.
Yeah.
just boom traps up to here, like
Alright.
almost busting out of my armor. Like I've never. This armor is tight, and that's stupid for me. I'm just like, why would it be tight?
And there you go.
Going down.
Your
Like-
helmet finally fits right.
No, everything grows in comparison though, so the
Oh,
helmet
okay.
still doesn't fit right.
I was just thinking, like, the first time I've ever actually met eye to eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're only
Uh,
Kenna right now.
anything else, kinda?
I don't have a viable bonus action at the moment. So I think I'm gonna just okay.
I need to
Uh,
forgot to mute roll 20.
I'm just gonna, swap around to this way.
Alrighty. End of your turn. Corvax is going to use a legendary action that since they're no longer stunned to Misty Step 30 feet. So...
What? I get to use
Nope.
Sentinel for that?
Nope.
God,
'Cause they're using
fucking
Misty
damn
Step.
it.
Not using movement. And they're going to Misty Step to... right there. Right in front of Kenna. Just...
I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
Druck.
Nope.
Where you're standing, you're 10 feet down the stairs.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 20. Oh boy. I'll get to here,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna shoot out this window
Alright.
right here.
Make an attack roll.
Okay.
You don't get sneak attack because it's an object.
Right. Yeah. Can't hide from an object.
Correct.
19.
19 hits.
Do I need to roll damage?
Yes,
or
you
just
do.
Break? Okay. This is why we do things. 8.
Alright, the window is still intact, but it's spider webs.
Okay, fuck this. That was my turn. I'm gonna try to with the 10 feet of movement I have, I'm going to, I don't know, I'd like to if they allow, I would like to get between this thing and Kenna.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to because you guys can't occupy the same space.
Yeah. But would Kenna allow me to, like,
You can
give me
shove me out of the way if you would.
It'd be an action to move kind of out of the way though, and you already used your action to shoot the window.
Okay.
But he does seem focused on you because you attacked the window, Druck.
that's the case, nope, I can't do that. Okay. Cool. I'll be right there. That ends my turn.
All right, brings us to Ven, who's gonna get into sight and just go 5 feet up the stairs so you can see over the railing. And Ven is gonna cast Spiritual Weapon near this bro. Spiritual Weapon, which it does that. So Ven, where are your spells? So cast Spiritual Weapon, and that is a D8 plus 4, I believe, to hit. Yes, or 1d6. Okay, that is a 16 to hit, which hits. So, and that does 9 force damage, which does not seem resistant to. Let's bonus action do Spiritual Weapon. And then Ven's going to cast Sacred Flame, because cover. Who fuck cover? So Sacred Flame fails. So that's a d8 of radiant damage for 3 additional radiant damage to this dillweed. Alright. That'll end of Ven's turn. Since his legendary action is recharged, he's going to look at Druck and do the Withering Gaze. So I need Druck to make a wisdom save.
9.
You take 8 necrotic damage.
Anything else happen?
Nope.
Okay.
Quoin.
So with his big body.
Oh, yeah. Wait, sorry.
No, tell me.
I was looking at the wrong part of my notes. The window did shatter. So, oopsies. Lots to juggle when I have to control other player characters. So that window shatters, but I can't have a directional light come in. But in like a 15-foot cone from there, light is just sunlight. The sun is setting, but the sunlight is still pouring in.
Awesome.
Which means you don't know what it does to this dude, but it does affect him. Hence why the windows were blacked out. Quoin. And it's a 250-foot drop of the windows. And Ven has Featherfall if anyone falls, so.
So it's 5, 10, 10, right around here. Can I occupy the same space as Spiritual Weapon?
Yes.
Great.
So you run over to the Spiritual Weapon right beside Korvax, the Dark Keeper.
And would I be able to read any sort of fear on Korvax? From the light?
No. Oh wait.
Any sort of
more
reaction?
Just like ugh.
Yeah. Great. So
basically, fuck. Everything's going to be a disadvantage for me if I'm in that sunlight. 15-foot cone. So I should actually make a 15-foot cone.
So
yeah, I'll figure it out.
So kind of looking at myself as I'm running towards them, I cast a bonus action of what's it called? Here we go. It's called Harness Divine Power.
Okay.
Which gives me my spell slots back.
Cool.
Or one level 1 spell slot back.
Yep.
I'm gonna cast that and get that food and drink spell back.
Sounds good.
And then I'm going to go up to them, and I am, with my newfound muscles, I'm going to grapple that fool.
Immune to the grappled condition. So use your action to try to grapple them, and you just kind of phase through them because they are incorporeal.
Even with my
yeah
silver handful of coins?
Yeah, they're immune to the grappled condition because they are incorporeal.
Then just standing there, like, ready to fight, and I guess I'll say, you will be purified in the light of Bahamut!
Okay. Dax.
Dax just watching this all go on. question. Like I'm like where Dax is standing. Obviously, I can see the light right in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Is there anything in there still or no?
The shadow's no longer in there because he was the shadow in there.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
But you can see like a kind of compartment inside underneath the lamp. The lamp's there; it's just been extinguished. But underneath, there's definitely stuff like underneath the compartment, like probably loot after the fight's done.
Okay, so basically, I don't have to smash the glass.
No,
ring.
it's one of those because they have to light the lamp. So there's a
okay.
They move the glass to the side like a little like,
Okay.
and then they can light it.
Dax just wanted to make
They
sure
don't
there wasn't
like
anything in
smash
there.
it every
She
time we have
needed
to light it.
hit.
We have to smash it every time we light it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's not a fire extinguisher. It's a fire in.
Okay.
Yep. Fire on
Yeah.
extinguisher.
15,
Man, I graduated
That
college.
was good.
20. Dax is...
Oh,
Oh no, Dax.
Dax falls out the window.
I have the hand axe. Two weapon fighting?
Are both silvered?
Yes.
Yeah, go for it. No, because the
Whoa.
longsword isn't a light weapon. Both have to be light weapons to do so.
It's just versatile. My bad.
Yep.
Okay, so... Fuck that.
Your longsword's the better option still.
Shit, I really need to silver a great axe. That's what I gotta do. But anyhow, then they're just...
Cost 100 gold to silver a weapon?
Longsword, just right on top of them again.
Alright. Reckless or no?
Would I have Kobold pack tactics because of,
Only Quoin gets pack tactics.
Okay, I was just like, does this help us?
No, it just helps Quoin.
I thought I would ask. Fuck it, let's go reckless.
Go for it.
Thank God I went fucking reckless. I rolled a 4, then I rolled a 16.
Nice.
So 16 plus
Oh yeah, that hits.
7.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Yeah. That's why I was just like,
Because of your belt.
thick bitch. Where the fuck? Fuck it, I'll just roll down here. That's disgusting. 8 damage.
8 that's not a lot of damage.
Not a lot of damage.
Alright, anything else, Dax? Just fucking surrounded.
It is surrounded.
Not for long. I'm getting the fuck out.
Dax is just standing up there, and just once again, we're here.
Okay.
And then they're just like holding, they're just like waiting
Alright.
for them to,
That'll bring us to Corvax, who's going to use its life drain attack on Druck. You can make a reaction attack with Sentinel, though, by the way.
I'd like to do that with the weapon.
And
in
this is
one
with
hand.
disadvantage because of sunlight.
Yeah.
14 to hit. Does not hit.
Does not hit.
And a 14. Would you roll Dex to hit?
I rolled a 14.
That hits. Yep.
Fucking mint.
Corvax did not hit Druck with the life drain. Damn it.
Yikes.
Fucking hell, it'll be 9 damage.
Alrighty.
Drunk sees that coming and is just like, oh gosh.
Yeah, so it's like when he goes for it, he's like this hand goes like it starts to like phase through the center of your chest, and you can feel like your vitality attempting to be like siphoned. And then he gets stopped because Dax is just like, oh fuck no.
Nice. That's awesome.
Alright, he looks a little more wispy after that though, Dax.
When that reaction happens, can Dax just say it's like, no false gods will hurt my friends?
Sure.
Just like Dax just like, she ain't having this shit.
Okay. All right. Kenna.
Okay. I also want to get into this. We're all doing melee right now, so I'm gonna cast Produce Flame on my fist.
Okay.
I'm gonna punch him with Produce Flame.
Don't you have to use it as a ranged spell attack if you're using it as? I think you do.
You can attack with the flame. You can hurl it.
It's a ranged spell.
Can I flavor it as a punch?
It'd still be with disadvantage because it's a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
Rule cool, Kate. Fuck it up.
You know what? Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Yeah, with disadvantage.
Fuck it. That's a D8 if I hit.
Yep.
Okay. That's a 14 to hit.
14 does hit. You're just like fire fist.
Hell yeah.
3 fire damage.
Alrighty. Reduced to 1. Resistant to fire damage.
Dang it. Okay. Then I'm going to bonus action Misty Step out of there.
Okay. Whereabouts? 30 feet away.
I
I muted roll 20. Why is it still beeping?
I am going
Why is it
to.
still beeping?
Where is it? It's not. This one. Is this 30 feet? I don't know. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I want to get almost right up to this window.
Alrighty. Mist swirls around Kenna and they swirl somewhere else. Swirl somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
Alright. Anything else for them?
That is all for them.
Druck. Oh, wait. End of your turn, they're going to use a legendary action to also Misty Step out of this sunlight and also beside you.
Why do you keep following me?
Druck, it's your turn.
Great. I'm gonna move 5 feet there.
Okay.
I mean, my job as the rogue is supposed to be to damage the dude, but yeah, I'm gonna have to aim for that other window.
The one they're standing in front of?
Yeah, so
Alright.
that it has less of a chance to hit Kenna.
Alrighty.
I'm just gonna load a
I assume
regular-
I assume you're using your regular bolts
bolt.
for this because any bolt you shoot at the window goes out the window.
Yeah. So I'll just do that.
Okay.
That's a 10 to hit.
10 just hits.
Super.
It was 20 from the ground because of the distance and the angle. 10 up here.
Cool. And that's 10 piercing damage.
And that window is also gone. Just
Awesome.
and another 15-foot cone of sunlight pours in.
Excellent. I'm then going to...
And yeah, that crossbow bolt out the window.
Excellent. I'll mark off 2 crossbow bolts from the last thing. And then I'm going to move over to this location and bonus action hide.
All right. Yeah, stealth check. What's his passive perception? Okay, yeah, that you hope you're hidden.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
I'd say to hide there though because the glass dome is translucent. And you have to like kind of crouch down a bit.
Oh, okay. Cool. That makes sense.
End of your turn, he's going to use another legendary action to do his Withering Gaze, and he's going to look at Dax. Dax, wisdom save, please.
Alrighty, come on, my sick boy. Oh, nat 20, bitch.
All right, you do not take 16 necrotic damage.
Yikes.
Nice. That brings us to Ven, who's like, "Oh dear, this thing's also resistant to fire." 5, 10, 15, 5. Oh, wait, this thing could move through things. 5, 10. 15. He's gonna move spiritual weapon as a bonus action. And he's gonna hit with spiritual weapon. hopefully. Then, what do you get in here? Ooh, that hits. And where's spiritual weapon here? It's a D8 plus 4. No, it's a D10. Alright, 8 force damage. Just poof, this massive, like, radiant greatsword. Alright. I said 8 force damage. And then he's going to lob another Sacred Flame. Because it ignores cover. Haha. Dex save for Corvax is a 13. Fails by 1.
Ooh.
So that is 7 radiant damage. Nice.
Oh, that's beefy cantrip.
Yeah, D8. Quoin.
Is just like super like pissed that anything he's tried has not really gone to fruition. Come to flower or anything. So he's like just gonna run up and take out his sword, which seems surprisingly small in his hands now.
No, it gets enlarged too.
Oh,
All your
right.
weapons do, yeah.
All my weapons do.
And they all deal an additional D4.
Yeah.
All right, then with a bonus action this time, Quoin is going to cast.
You do have to be on a square though.
Sorry, I'm terrible at grids.
It's all good. I prefer Theater of the Mind myself, but with my Incarnate subscription, I just want to make a bunch of maps.
I love it. So I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on them and say, "You have been marked by Bahamut."
Is there? I can't remember if there's a save for Hunter's Mark. I don't think there is.
No, I don't believe there is.
All right. Corvax the Dark Keeper, because it is a stupid fucking name, but I love it, is marked.
And I pull out the sword, swing it around my head, and then.
And Hunter's Mark damage does not constitute magical damage. It's just extra damage from your weapon. So, yeah.
Oh, great. Then I am going to swing on this fool
With
and,
pack tactics, so advantage.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing with advantage. Let's do it. All right, so that is a 17.
That hits.
Yes. All right, so I need to roll damage, which I believe I add a.
You'd add your slasher feat stuff, and you'd
which,
add your D4 from your enlarge, and then you'd add your D6 from Hunter's Mark. So how much was the damage initially?
the initial damage is 14.
Oh, I'm gonna have to half all this because he's resistant to non-magical attacks, so that aren't silvered. So, and it's all the same, so I just have to half the total. Cool.
Then there's another 7 on top of that because I rolled a 4 with the D6 and I rolled a 3, 4.
So that's 21
total. And then
so that'll be 10 damage. Rounded down to 10
right now, but I'm actually I was going to use 2 slots of smite.
Yeah, I just have to half the slashing damage.
Of course. No, I just wanted to let you know.
Go for it.
I'm
Smite.
So that's 2 smites I'm going to use on this dude. Oh, and the speed is reduced by 10.
Yeah. So his fly speed is now 50 feet. But he has not been flying. Does not want to get smashed.
Oh, I think I can only use 1 spell slot. Yeah, 1 spell slot.
Yeah.
Sorry. I apologize. I thought I could stack those. I read that wrong. So
yeah, for each spell slot you do like one level up higher. That increases the damage eventually.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna roll my.
Go for it. Your radiant damage.
Going to add another 10 damage.
All right, that is not halved. So he's starting to look not like he's looking hurt now. Like he's looking pretty hurt now. Anything else, Quoin?
That is all for Quoin currently. I'm using my movement, my
All right, that brings us to Dax.
Dax?
This guy keeps Misty stepping away from you.
Dax just like hands on the longsword that they're using, and just with all this going around, they're just going to, because it's like 20 feet. They're going to run and just shish kebab this fucker.
All right, make an attack roll. Just.
And I would like to do this recklessly.
Of course you would. So advantage.
Thank God, advantage. 10 plus 7.
That hits.
That hits.
You just shish kebab the wraith.
Get the salt! Oh, max damage.
Nice.
15 silver damage plus 2 from rage.
All right, so 17 damage.
There's a lot of damage.
He's starting to get more wispy and just.
As just inside him, Dax is just like, stop moving.
Okay. All right. Cool beans.
And they're keeping the weapon in there, like they're trying to like you know how you'd corner someone?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because all right, on Korvax's turn, because you went reckless, this is just a straight attack roll against you. Because of the sunlight. He's going to do his life here on you. He just puts a hand into your chest, like phases through, and just squeezes on your heart, trying to siphon your vitality. That is a 25 to hit.
Gotta hit.
That was almost a nat 20, which would have been bad.
There's a lot of that. Wait, where is he? Where's my boy?
Phil Swift.
There we go. There's my boy.
I rolled really good. You take 29 necrotic damage.
Oh, fuck that. Oh, flex tape can't fix that.
You do not have that. And I need you to make me a constitution saving throw to see if your hit point maximum doesn't get reduced by 29.
I am good at these. I am not good at these. Uh-oh. How does a 14 sound?
14 just succeeds. So your maximum hit points aren't reduced to 19.
Oh, fuck, that would have been bad.
Does he heal from that? He does not. Alright. Alright, Kenna.
Okay, cool.
He's looking real bad.
He's looking real bad.
You want to take somebody out, and it almost.
Oh my god, so my sword is in them, and their hand is just in my chest. A fucking stalemate.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Double penetration. Nope.
I'm going to drop concentration on enlarge.
Okay, so Quoin goes back down to being small Quoin.
And I'm going to cast Moonbeam centered on our good friend here.
Okay. And that is a con save?
A constitution saving throw, please.
That is a 19. 16 plus 3.
Okay, that's a success, so he takes half of
Correct.
Takes 2 radiant damage.
Okay. Still looking real bad.
Yeah. It's not a shape changer, is it?
No.
Cool. I can't really do bonus action.
Okay, yeah. I was seeing if you had disadvantage on saves in the sunlight. Nope, just disadvantage on attacks and perception checks.
Okay. That would have been nice. But yeah, that's all I got.
What damage type? It's radiant, right?
Radiant, yeah.
Alright, that's your turn?
Yep.
Alright. End of your turn! He's going to bonus action.
Does he take another
No,
2D?
this is legendary action, not his turn. He's going to Misty Step behind Ven.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. He might not be able to because it's 30 feet. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He Misty Steps right here.
Oh, that's movement speed. Never mind.
Yeah, this is teleporting. That'll bring us to Druck.
So when Druck was hiding, he loaded up a silver bolt.
Okay.
And then I guess he goes to look, and it's just like the thing pops up behind
Right
him.
behind you.
And is he still hidden?
At this point, I'd say no.
Oh shit! And he's within 5 feet.
Yeah. So even if you were, it'd still be, yeah. I mean, he doesn't know you're there. He teleported and he's looking at Ven.
All right.
But like, yeah, he's within 5 feet.
But yeah, I can't see him too well either. So I gotta.
You have your glasses.
You
Yeah,
got your Fontenay's glass?
That's not Druck's aesthetic. He's gonna have to back up a bit.
All right, he's gonna use an attack of opportunity to do life drain.
Sure.
24 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, con save, please. You take 19 necrotic damage,
Okay.
and your hit point max is not reduced. You take 19 necrotic damage.
19. Ow. Then I will fire at them
Go for it.
with a silver bowl
Yep.
for a 13 to hit.
13 just hits.
Ugh, thank goodness. Right, so that's... And I do get sneak attack because Ven's there.
Correct.
That's a total of 21 piercing silver damage.
All right. Looking real bad.
Cool. That's I guess I'm gonna hike it back to a different position, a little bit further away. No.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll move there.
Okay.
In the rays of the light that's coming in,
Okay.
just kind of post up in the light there.
All right. End of your turn?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. That's all I
He's
got.
gonna burn his last 2 legendary actions for this round and do a Withering Gaze on you. So I need a Wisdom save.
On me.
Yes.
In the light. Okay.
Yes.
Wisdom save. That's a 23.
You do not take 18 necrotic damage.
Oh, good. That'd have killed me.
We'll knock you unconscious.
Oh, I wasn't sure what Withering Gaze did.
No, it just does necrotic damage. Just
Okay.
some extra
Okay.
damage you can do.
Wasn't sure if it was one of those.
Ven's
things
like,
that just
oh! Ven's gonna use an action to disengage.
Okay.
And he's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Run over here. Action 5. And then bonus action send spiritual weapon over here. And make an attack. Where's spiritual weapon? There we go. Nat 1. Womp womp.
I
Coin.
thought Ben was gonna do it, not even here. I thought Ben might do it.
Coin. It's looking real close.
Oh, well then you know Quoin is gonna come screaming after that spiritual weapon.
What's your movement speed?
30?
All right, cool. You should be able to get there, yeah.
Yeah, 20.
You do not get pack tactics on this one.
Give me a second. And I already use? I may have already used mine. Yeah, I've already used my channel divinity. Like, do a bonus action to get. But I've already used it. Harness my power. Dang it! All right. Well, I'm gonna still. I'm swinging on this fool.
Go for it.
Here comes.
Just a straight attack roll. Without the extra d4 from your enlargement, because that's no longer in effect.
Oh, was the D4 supposed to be to hit?
No, that's for damage.
Oh. To be honest, I don't think a 9 is gonna do
A
it.
9 misses.
Yeah.
In the gaps of where his incorporeal form has been damaged, you kind of just right through.
Alright, well then, yeah. Stay there. I swing and I miss.
Dax.
Looking at the Dax is getting really just like, if this thing keeps moving, like
Yep. And he's like, there's too much sunlight. Yeah.
It's 30 feet away.
Yep.
From her.
Yep.
They can make it.
Yep.
Shish kebab!
So you run over again. Okay.
Ooh. Unnatural 20.
Hits. Maybe you can go reckless and get a crit.
I would like to go reckless. All hail the chunk.
Not one.
No.
Okay.
A dirty 20. So.
Okay.
Come on. 8 plus 5.
13.
Plus 2 from rage.
Mm-hmm.
15 damage.
Okay.
And just sinks it into him.
Mm-hmm.
And just like, stop
This is looking real bad.
moving.
This is looking real bad. This is looking real bad.
You'll be with Bahamut soon. Let it happen.
He currently doesn't have disadvantage
Must be,
here.
must be welcome on the mountain, the platinum ring. He would not be
Doesn't
welcome.
Bahamut forgive all Quoin?
Oh, well, certainly not those who pretend to be deities.
Anything else, Dax?
Just keeping that fucking sword in him.
Okay. 5, 10, 5, 10, 50. Cool. It's a 15-foot cone from the sunlight. He is currently not in the sunlight where he is. So on his turn, he's going to cast a spell because he's got Zoes. And he's going to cast Vampiric Touch on Dax.
No!
He's going to heal
Shit!
himself. And he went reckless, so
Fuck
he
you.
has advantage. How does this work?
I love that spell.
It's
I
real
should use
good.
that more
It's
as
real
Leah
good.
with the staff.
Does a 15 hit.
That's my AC. Fuck.
So his hand goes back inside, and this time he does siphon the vitality to heal himself because he casts Vampiric Touch, which is concentration, which means on each of his turns he can do it again because it's concentration and heal himself some more. So he's going to do 3d6 necrotic damage to you and heal himself.
Okay, I won't die this round. Cool.
12 necrotic damage.
Ooh. That's a lot of damage.
And he just heals himself a bit by half.
I would like. Can I use my stone's endurance on that?
Does it specify what it has to be?
It just says damage dealt to you.
That's just the blippy thing, though. I'm gonna pull up the full thing. Give me 1 second. Roll a d12 and add your con modifier. And then mark it off that you've used it for this short rest duration. How much did I say the damage was?
12.
Okay. So roll a d10 and add
3.
3. Which might negate what he heals by.
So
Yeah,
5 plus 3,
8.
8.
So you take 8 damage instead. And he heals by 4. Alright.
Wouldn't I only take 4 damage?
No. He did 12. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, he did 12. I stone's endurance it.
By 8.
8.
So you take 4 damage, yeah.
4 damage.
Blah!
Nice.
Wow.
Okay.
I actually remember to fucking use that.
So 4 damage and he heals by 2. Okay. On all
Dax
his turns, he
is
can
just
keep doing that.
fucking holding on to them. Like, come on.
Alright. Alright. That's his turn. Alright. Kenna.
Cool. As an action, I'm gonna move my moonbeam back on top of him. I need another con save, please.
Mm-hmm. 19.
Alright, that's a success. He takes 10 radiant damage, halved to 5.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on Dax.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say,
Do you have to be able to see them? Because you won't be able to see them from. No, the thing's translucent, so you can see them.
yeah. And I could also like just walk around because so you know what? I'm gonna just use my full movement to get around to like over here to see Dax. And say, keep it up, Dax, you're doing great. And healing word is a D4 plus 4. That's 7 additional hit points to you, Dax.
All right.
And that is all for them.
Appreciate it, Kenna.
All right. Anything else for Kenna?
That is all.
Oh, they took damage. They need to do a concentration check for vampiric touch.
Yes, he does. Needs to beat a 10.
8 plus 3. 11. Yep.
Ooh. That was close.
End of their turn. Kenna's turn. Their turn. Corvex is going to use a legendary action because I was recharged to...
I'm gonna fucking kill him, I swear to God.
Oh, man. Fuck. He knows who goes after him initially. Who's about to go blah. I need... Dax to make a wisdom save. He does not like you.
Bitch, I don't like this fucker either. 6.
You take 16 necrotic damage.
Oh boy, that kind of hurt.
And that'll bring us to Druk.
Steady aim.
Okay.
And firing the crossbow bolt with a silver.
Go for
bolt.
it.
Crossbow, yeah. With
Yep.
a silver bolt.
Yep.
Okay. That's a 25 to hit.
That hits.
4. That's 15 piercing silver damage.
Okay. All right. Con save, sorry. He no longer has vampiric touch. Wait, hold on. What's the damage you dealt?
15.
He no longer has vampiric touch cast on Dax. That goes away. Oh, man. Okay.
That's it for me. That's
Alright.
everything.
End of your turn. Legendary action. His last one to Misty Step.
Fuck you!
How many times can he do this?
It's an at-will ability that he has. He's gonna just go 5, 10. He's just gonna go hug this corner over here. Which means he's in sunlight, just like barely in sunlight. And then Ven is gonna hurl a sacred flame. That dex save is 14, which is Ven's DC, so succeeds, no damage from that. So Ven's gonna send spirit. How far can he send spiritual weapon? I believe it's 30 feet.
And it's 20, I think.
Oh, I've been moving at 30 feet this entire time. Oops.
I could be wrong.
No, it's
Go
20.
ahead and
5,
okay.
10, 15. Where was it? What's this green circle square? Oh, that's Moonbeam, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. 5,
Green
10,
is-
15. Oh, exactly can get to him within 5 feet with spiritual weapon. Okay. Come on, Ven, it's up to you. You can do this. You can't do this. 12 to hit. All right. That'll bring us to Quoin Harting.
I think I can get there in 30. I'm inside a square, and I don't think spiritual weapon counts as anyone. So
It does not.
It's gonna be a roll. It's a standard roll.
Yep.
Let's do it. Okay. Does a 14 hit?
14 does hit.
Okay. He still has hunter's mark on him.
He does.
All right. And what's this? So I'm going to see what the attack is. All right. So I've got this much damage. I've got 15 to start.
Yep.
Plus 2 is 17.
All right. That'll become 8 damage.
And then I'm going to use my last spell slot as a smite.
Okay.
And that's going to be 11 more damage.
Quoin, how do you want to do this?
I would like to, if I may,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to
Yeah.
start off by slashing down and then grab. I can't grab him, can I?
Nah, he's incorporeal.
Incorporeal.
Yep.
I would want to slash. We're not far from a window, actually, so I'd like to slash and then like break the window to open it up.
Sure, yeah.
More light onto their body.
And then it says you do it and you just the window shatters and the sunlight pours in and they go and they just disappear in the sunlight.
Get the coins into their mouth and then just uppercut them.
Yeah.
Into their mouth.
Alrighty. And that is the end of Korvax, the Dark Keeper.
Hold on, I need to get okay. It looks like this lighthouse got its core vaccination.
Oh boy. Wow.
Wow.
Dang.
I'll see
Kid,
myself out.
Were you rolling an extra D8 for your smites?
I was rolling 2d8.
You could have been rolling 3 because I think that thing was undead, right? Or no? Was it?
What?
We didn't check.
I don't know what it is.
Is that a thing
but-
that Divine Smite happens?
Yeah. It does an extra D8 against undead and fiends.
Double checking.
Yeah, I'm looking at it too. Oh, it does. It does.
Yeah,
so,
you should have been rolling an extra D8 then.
so it does.
Yep, there should have been 3D8. Well, regardless.
It's dead.
Still,
I just rolled.
great
I just
job.
rolled 2d8, and they totaled a number of 8 extra damage. So
But that is the end of Korvax, the Dark Keeper. And Dex, you did spot, and sunlight is now pouring in, so you no longer need your lantern lit. Those windows have been fucked. I believe 2 windows were shattered. And Dex, you did spot loot under the lighthouse lamp.
Or I suppose, what, should we light this lamp and then get going? How does this...
Druck, there's actually... Jax is gonna go walk over and try to open the glass
you
to the
just
side.
you slide it to the side, and you can see the lamp is there. It hasn't been lit in like 2,000 years, so the wick is actually kind of like decayed and rotted away. So there is no wick. You'd have to find there's probably some stuff like the lighthouse still has like storage crates and stuff. You just have to go looking for stuff. But yeah, you open it up and you can see the compartment underneath where you spotted like the glinting of something.
Jax is gonna, like, would they have to go down, or can they just reach and start?
It's just like you just have to like lift like a something up, and you can like start reaching down in.
Oh, okay. Jax is gonna lift that part up.
There's a petrified corpse, like a 2,000-year-old, like just absolutely petrified corpse.
Oh.
They look like it was the last lighthouse keeper.
Quoin.
And they're lying, and there's just a bunch of loot like thrown over their body, and it looks like this is loot that the Wraith was keeping when adventurers would come up here, and the Wraith was like amassing just loot.
We should probably give this person a proper burial. Dax, can they like gently pick up the corpse?
Or
is it just gonna go?
You can certainly find out.
Dax is gonna try.
You pick them up and they just kind of crumble.
Mummy's curse.
Fuck that, Joey!
The corpse just like crumbles into dust essentially.
We are all dust in the wind.
The dust the wind kind of blows and the dust kind of just goes out one of the broken windows.
Spread the be free.
But there is some loot down there. You see
Dax.
A pair of goggles resembling the eyes of an owl. A ring made from the dried out entrails of an animal. A small container carved into the likeness of a sneezing face with a removable nose, and inside rests a glittering red powder. A potion of greater healing. A total of 8 assorted gems worth 50 gold pieces each, and a coin purse containing a total of 17 gold.
Dax is gonna start handing stuff up, but they're gonna put that other ring on.
Like the organ ring?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
Oh. How about I identify these things before we start playing with them?
Then that is probably a good idea.
Okay. Take the ring off.
I'm just. They were about to do this. Is that? Oh, okay.
Okay. So, ritually casting identify. Okay, he's gonna start ritually casting identify on all these magic items. And we're just.
Well, Ven's doing that. Can we try to find a wick?
Does anybody else's chest hurt real bad?
Well, despite that thing following me around, he didn't actually lash out. So, here, Druk, let me help. And I'm gonna cast Healing Word on you as well.
Alright. You can find a wick down there too, and like oil and stuff that was stored down there. But for the sake of time and sanity, roll healing, and then we'll do what the identify says these are.
5 healing for Druk.
How is everyone else's health?
Ven did not get hit once.
Did Kenna.
He was targeting the people that were like hurting him, and then he got pissed at Druk for breaking windows, and then Dax was his other target.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use another healing word for Dax.
Okay.
Yeah, on a scale of 1 to 48, I'm at a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More.
And if anyone
How many?
Yeah, what's the healing?
6 more to Dax.
So yeah, I saw a tweet the other day from Jeremy Crawford regarding if a creature reduces to max HP, and the only way to reduce that is after a long rest. If you revivify a character or bring a character back to life who had their HP max reduced to 0, they come back to life and they die instantly. The only way to fix that reduction, if they've been killed, is a wish spell.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's
can't fix
brutal. Because their HP max is still 0 when they get brought back to life, so they just. So that would have been bad if that happened.
Ouch.
But Ven says, the goggles are called Goggles of Night. He's like, Dax, you should take these.
Thank you.
You do not need to attune to them.
Oh, thank fuck.
So you can add Goggles of Night to your character sheet. Just because I don't want you to, be disadvantaged in certain situations. While wearing these dark lenses, you have dark vision out to a range of 60 feet. If you already have dark vision, wearing the goggles increases its range by 60 feet. So yeah, you wear these goggles. If you want to wear, you can just put them up here when you're not wearing them, and then and you have dark vision. So Goggles of Night, the ring. You just kind of, this is called a Ring of Stench. It does require attunement. While wearing this ring, you can use a bonus action to expend a charge and cast the Stinking Cloud spell, and must center it on yourself. You are immune to the spell's effects when cast through the ring, so you just literally cast it on yourself, and you can stand like a sinking cloud, and you're totally fine. The ring has 3 charges. When you expend all charges, roll a d20. On a 1, the ring dissolves into nothingness. Otherwise, the ring regains all charges at the next dawn after all the charges have been expended.
Does it stink all the time?
Stench. While attuned to the ring, you waft a scent that smells like a mixture of rotting eggs and skunk cabbage. This smell cannot be removed as long as you're attuned to the ring. You have disadvantage on all charisma ability checks while attuned to the ring. The only downside, it just makes it really stinky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ven's like, any takers?
Would definitely keep enemies off my back.
Do you want it, Druck? It's a ring made of dried out entrails. Alright, I will add it to your...
Perhaps I will hang on to it.
Right, I'll add it to your character sheet because it is a homebrew item.
Okay. I'll hang on to it.
Alright, it's just it's a ring made of dried out organs, like entrails.
Yeah.
How much were the gems worth?
There's 8 of them, and they're worth 50. I'll post this all in the group chat.
Okay.
And they're worth 50 gold pieces each. The dust, the container that looks like a sneezing face with a nose, like you can detach. Takes the nose up. There's like red powder inside. This is called dust of sneezing and choking. When you use an action to throw a handful of the dust into the air, you and each creature that needs to breathe within 30 feet of you must succeed on a DC 15 con save or become unable to breathe while sneezing uncontrollably. A creature affected in this way is incapacitated and suffocating. As long as it is conscious, a creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on a success. The Lesser Restoration spell can also end the effect on a creature. So basically, if you want, you can just go... And then... Again, you move while you're incapacitated, but once this happens and you fail, you're doing this until you end the effect on a success. You could be sneezing forever until you die from suffocating. He's like, who wants to hold on to this? Or maybe I should.
Yeah, you're probably the best person to keep that with.
Alright. And I will add Dust of Sneezing and Choking to Van's equipment. That's a fun item.
Sam's gonna come back and be like, how did I get this?
I'm filling him in on everything.
Okay.
Yep. Alright. Oh, he does have the bag of holding. He's gonna put it in the bag of holding.
Smart.
Just in case, like, it just accidentally, like, open. Yeah.
In the middle of the night, and we all start sneezing uncontrollably.
And you can, literally, if, like, you can't succeed on the save, you suffocate to death from not being able to breathe. Just, you die from sneezing.
Sneeze yourself to death.
Yeah, it's brutal. It's a funny item. So, alright. That's all the magic items. There is also a potion of greater healing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the 8 assorted gems worth 50 gold each, and 17 gold pieces.
I know we have 2 greater healing potions already, I believe.
I thought one of those was used already.
We used one of the regular ones, I think.
If it's not if they're not in anybody's inventory, they've been used.
I have one.
I have also one of those.
All right,
great...
so those are the 2.
I have one of them as well.
Okay.
Wait, what?
I have not used the greater healing potion. I've only used the regular healing potion on someone. And also,
because there's 2 total. There's 3 total that were found. Okay. And then plus this one that you just found.
Okay. Who does anyone want to hold on to this potion in particular, or should we put it with in the bag of holding to keep it safe, or does anyone else want it? Dex, would you like a second since you're pretty up close with a bunch of folks?
Maybe Fen should keep it in the bag of holding until I use up this one.
It will require an action to take it out of the bag of holding if we are in combat.
I do have one on my person already. but I could have a second one just in case something happens twice in a row.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea for you to have two.
Then does not have mending. Okay.
I have Kenna has mending.
Right. We should also probably find a way to unblacken these windows and then repair the ones that have been. Oh, we can't repair the ones that have been broken. All the glass.
Yeah,
would
it's
have, like,
all the way at the bottom.
Well, we should see about getting this paint off the windows. Prestidigitation. And Vince is going to spend the rest of the time just prestidigitating the windows, getting the paint off.
All right. Dax, you get the greater potion of greater healing. Do we want to try to split up the pouch and the gems, or just put that all in the bag of holding as like a?
We can just put it in the bag of holding. That makes most sense. We don't have to split it up right now.
Okay.
I'm making a note for Sam. What's in his bag of holding? 8 gems worth 50 gold pieces each. Cool. Are we putting anything else in here?
Aside from the dust of sneezing, that would be all. Was that? So it's the dust, the pouch of gold, and the gems.
Dax, once everything's out of there, is gonna try to start fiddling and putting the new wick in there.
All right. You can figure it out pretty easily.
Quoin helping anyway.
Okay. You both can easily get the wick all set up and get oil on it and light it if you wish. If anybody has a flame source, unless somebody wants to use a spell to just go.
Ben has continual flame.
He does.
Yeah.
That doesn't produce heat. And
But you don't produce light.
Correct, but I don't think continual flame would be enough to. Let me look at continual flame. He does not have continual flame prepared.
I think I have a matchbox.
I have a tinderbox.
Produce flame wouldn't work because produce flame doesn't light things on fire. Ben's like, I have firebolt.
That might work.
Dax is gonna step to the side.
Unless you all want to use the tinderboxes.
I mean, I have oil, and I've been lighting lanterns a lot.
Yeah. Over the course of this, you guys would have found oil down below too. So that in the process of like applying the wick, they would have put oil on it. And there would have been there would have been ways to light it up down there. So you would have ways. Yeah, it's like yeah.
Like
Smash cut.
those sensible long matches for lighting a fire.
Yes, yeah. Not like little tiny ones. You have to go like, yeah. No, they got like the long like ways to do it. They would actually, this kind of setting they'd use like torches with like, and then. So yeah, you can light it. It lights. Vent's too busy to light anything. He's in the process of prestidigitating the windows. And for the first time in like 2,000 years, because for the first time in 2,000 years, the lighthouse has been lit.
The beacons have been lit. Gondor calls for aid.
And
Dax is making sure the glass is back on top properly.
okay, yeah. And you hear the kobolds shouting outside, like, "They did it! Oh my goodness!" Just kobolds shouting outside. You can see the kobolds through like the broken window. They're just like hopping up and down in the grass. The ones who aren't with child are hopping up and down in the grass.
Through one of the broken windows, Ken is gonna go, "We're basically gods," and jump out. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
You fall 500 feet automatically. So, just a heads up. And that's how Karen died.
Yeah. Just how Marisha Ray would have wanted.
Yep. So yeah, top of the lighthouse. The loot has been taken. Corvax has been destroyed. The kobolds are all down there hopping up and down. Eventually the kobolds find their way up top. You did it! What did he look like?
He looked really scary and smoky. He was like an evil ghost, you know?
he was the embodiment of falsehood.
Then can you show them with your book magic
Show them what?
what it looked like?
I don't have any illusion spells prepared today.
Oh,
I thought prestidigitation could do that.
There might be limits on it.
Yeah. And
A small image. or
Nope,
something
you
can
cannot.
find? Oh,
Nope.
okay.
yeah.
Actually, you can make a symbol. He's gonna make a little tiny symbol on the floor of what he looked like. And they're like, "Oh, that looks very scary." And now Ven's like, "Oh, and that's gonna be there for an hour."
Good job, Ben. Ruined the perfectly broken floor.
So if you would allow it, Quoin, we would like to stay in the lighthouse and maintain it. It's our home. It's all we've ever known. We don't have anywhere to go.
It is not.
Plus, all of our family is kind of buried in the back.
You know, that is what we found, is it not? We found that the lighthouse was under new management and that they wish to keep the light going. So that is what we found.
How do we explain the corpses? Well, we don't need to, because it's just the ship's the ship's crap.
Yes,
Yeah.
so the problem has, there is now going to be light. And what I assume, and I kind of smile towards all of the kobolds, what I assume and hope is going to be generations of light and support of this home that you have, this very sturdy home.
Do you mind if I call my child Quoin?
It is a name that I had to give to... I was given the name by someone much greater than I. If your child is, Quoin, it would work. But, another great name that I have heard.
Bahamut.
No, that is obviously the best name. It is a very good name, and I was thinking the name Yadalin. It's a very good name.
We can call one Yardlin and one Quoin.
It would be an honor for those names to continue. In the light of Bahamut.
All of the 4 kobolds hug Quoin.
Oh, big ol', I get my paws on him. It's good. It's a good hug.
All right. We have work to do, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
How do you maintain a lighthouse? Just keep that lit?
I look to the other people who've probably been around water way more than Quoin.
That's the gist of it?
Probably only need to keep it lit during the night and storms.
Okay,
But
that makes
is all.
sense. We have to fix these windows as well.
Follow the light in dark times and be the light for those who need it.
Thank you, Quoin.
You are very welcome. Right.
And they all kind of just like sit in front of one of the broken windows and just stare out at the ocean, just happy. For probably like the first time ever. Like, hey, this is nice.
We will leave you be for the evening.
Wait, Kenna. How long does it take to get back to town?
About
3 hours, yeah.
Why don't we just stay here for the night? Have a small feast. Celebrate with these kobolds.
I mean,
We'll be getting dark.
It's about 4.
Yeah.
It's about 4 p.m. right now.
Oh, 4? I thought
Yeah.
you were saying the sun was setting, so I was like, oh.
Well, it's like kind of like in the process, but yeah, it's like 4 p.m.
Well, then subtract everything I said. It didn't happen.
Okay.
So yeah, we should. Yeah, let's start making our way back to town.
Actually, do you want like 5? Because with the conversation with the kobolds, the fight, yada yada, cleaning everything up, looting, figuring things out, more like 5 o'clock. So the sun is like low in like the evening sky.
So like 8:30 we'd get back.
You'd get back about 8 o'clock, 8:30, yeah.
Like just after sundown. That's not bad.
In the summer, sundown would be at like 9:30.
9.
Nearer to the end of autumn though.
That's right, it's autumn. So yeah, it would be night at around 7, 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
We should be moving then.
Yeah. We want to get back to town around nightfall anyway.
All right. Thank you again, everyone. You are the Faust and the Furriest? The Furriest, because that's hair. Faust and the Furriest.
No, the Furious. Fury.
Thank you. Again.
No problem. It was our pleasure and our duty.
Bahamut, guide your ways.
Thank you, everyone.
Druck is gonna leave one of his little canned goods there, just in case they have trouble, like, with food.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kenna's gonna leave their last 4 good berries from the day
Okay.
on their table.
All right. And as you all make your way out of the lighthouse, the withering of the vegetation is no longer happening.
Quoin, what did you say we were going to tell the town?
That we have installed new landlords for the lighthouse, and that from now on that the lighthouse is under new management, and they will be making sure that the light is on at night and during storms, as we had suggested.
Sounds good.
I mean, if they want to probe further, they can find that we have, expunged the previous sickness from the lighthouse.
Yes, I figure if we didn't mention that, we might not get paid. But let's go. Let's do it. I'm ready to get back.
Okay.
Yeah, and as you walk out, all the overgrown weeds that were like withering and decaying, that withering and decaying has gone away. The trees that were withering are no longer doing so. They're back to being healthy and vibrant. And you get back to town at like 8:30 p.m. and you get to the Wayfarers Guild, and Brash is in there going, "We saw the lighthouse is lit. You must have succeeded. Here is payment." 110 gold pieces.
Thank you very much, Brash. It's been a pleasure doing business with the guild yet again.
Do we have to send people to maintain the lighthouse?
We have installed. There will be new landlords that have been installed, and they will manage the lighthouse.
I will let the Moonweavers know.
Did any letters come by while we were gone for the past few hours?
Not yet.
thank you.
Anything else? Another contract, perhaps?
You don't happen to have anything that would be near or on Coral Cove at the moment?
No. They generally don't make contracts with us.
When Kenna said that, Dax, like, stifled a laugh.
Very independent on Coral Cove, I see.
Where is the inn in town that we could get a couple rooms?
Oh, you are looking for the... Give me a second.
We get 22 gold each.
Yep. The Solitary Moon. Near the stables.
Much appreciated.
Anything else?
We will most likely be back in the morning to see if there's anything that catches our eye.
All right. Have a good night.
You too, Brash.
Thank you.
And I guess we head to the stables? No, the inn.
All right.
Out of stables.
As you all make your way towards the Solitary Moon, that's where we're going to end the session for the week. We are done.
Wunderbar.
Wunderbar. Wunderbar. We'll be back there next week with whatever y'all want to do next, I guess. And then tomorrow, new campaign. Good night.